It's mine.
Oh,
It's my. You better get rolling.
Hello, Internet. Good morning. How's everyone doing today? You guys aren't muted, so you can talk.
Maybe I should have been muted, and that's the problem.
It's all good. It's all good. Saturday morning, time for some D&D. Oh, looks like we got a hype train rolling. Gotta love that hype train. Thank you for that 5-month sub, Sid.
And B. Fisher and Jazz earlier.
oh,
B. Fisher. Yep, B. Fisher, thank you for the 5-month sub. Jasafar. I still can't pronounce that right.
All right, it's a good
5-month
name.
streak. Oh yeah, we got who's this for? I'm guessing it's for Shad. Chad gets a nat 20 on his dice roll right off the gate from Tuesday.
Oh,
nice.
Nice.
excellent.
So you can make
Give me
note of
something to
that.
No, it's fine. Just don't rush that.
I may have to use it on you. I can't waste it.
How much damage?
Eve.
Don't know how to respond to that, did you?
Well, you know, it's a great way to start the day. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with us to start this off. A couple of quick admin notes. A reminder that there's plenty of things to do to support the stream and to influence the game, whether it's the channel points, the bubbles, or through bits, subs, follows, all those things. They all subs and follows, raids and hosts all knock down that HP bar you see there, and once it gets knocked down, then a wandering monster enters the fray.
What could go wrong? Oh, that's what could go wrong.
Anything else? It's your choice when you do it. Just make sure you identify if you want it to go to a particular player or DM for the bonuses that you as the tricksters can influence. Thank you everybody so far for all the support and all those fun things that you do for these streams and hanging out with us. Thank you to the cast, because I'm sure they have other things they want to do on Saturday mornings, but instead we're gonna play D&D. Okay.
Not really.
I was trying to be nice.
I want to do.
Shout out to Sirenscape and Streambeats and D&D Beyond. Streambeats, DRM free music that you can use for your streaming, your video production. Go check. You can check them out through Alpha Gaming and Harris Heller. We'll now switch over to the Sirenscape. Shout out for Sirenscape. They are a collection of music that you use for your tabletop games. Go to Sirenscape.com to check them out. And shout out to D&D Beyond, hence the wonderful overlay you're seeing, and you can follow and see how the characters are doing. Also go check that out. They have it's probably the best digital resource for all your D&D needs for character tracking and research. So big thanks and lots of love to them. Programming note: next Saturday, the 19th, will be our last show for the year. It's going to take the last couple of weeks of December off for the holidays and kind of a detox. Yes, I know everyone's sad. I'm sorry. But we will be back January 9th to pick up. So next week will be kind of like the year-end finale climax to see what you guys come across.
So an extended 12-hour episode?
I don't know about that, but we'll see how things go. If I plan 12 hours, you guys will probably finish it in 2. So I mean, I don't know.
Well, as long as we don't get stuck in a corridor for a couple of weeks, we're fine.
Oh yeah, no big deal. Nice subtle jab there. I appreciate that.
Wasn't so subtle.
Oh, okay, maybe it wasn't. But anyway, so tonight 8 p.m. is a challenge accepted, another D&D stream where we follow that party as they work toward their climax and season finale, which will again be next week. And of course, check us out Tuesday nights for Scuba and the Rye, on streamed podcast live recording we do, where me and Rye talk about movies, games, geek things. We're planning kind of a Christmas party, holiday party this week. We'll do our podcast, and then we'll play some Among Us with the community. So if you have the game, check it out. We're going to do a shared kind of thing, and I've never played before, so we'll see what happens.
That's exciting.
Trying to do fun things.
Fun is always the way to go.
Seeing everybody in there and all those things. I think that's it as far as my admin stuff. So drink coffee, have fun, and let's get to it.
And thank you for the bits, B. Fisher.
Right off the bat.
For a wandering monster.
Already.
Uh-oh.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice. Have some
Let's
fun.
flex those muscles.
And thank you to the anonymous chair as well.
Oh, yes. Thank you. There. So, yeah. All those fun things. Think about doing this for your Prime subscription and all that. Helps keep the lights on and does those things. One moment
Thank you.
while I queue up the
Ill
wandering
Will
monster.
Thank you, Ill Will, for the tip.
I was not expecting that to show up in chat. I was trying to be sneaky about that.
Oh,
Dang
awesome.
nabbit.
That is amazing.
You're
That
an
is
amazing DM, and I want to say thank you for that. And this is a good way to do that.
Quick, everybody, pin it down, tickler.
Wait till her arm's better. We don't need her to have any excuses.
This
There
is
is
true.
that. That's a good call.
This is
Yeah,
true.
if you see me wince a few times, don't worry, everybody. I'm okay. I'm just having a little bit of an arthritic flare up because
I
my
hope you
shoulder
feel
has
better.
decided it's an 80-year-old woman today. Hug foos to everybody in the chat.
There.
Initiative.
Ah,
Oh, not just yet. Let's see.
better try to get off a shot before we roll initiative so you can use that D20 or the nat 20.
I don't think I have enough dice for that.
Keep on right clicking on
That's-
D&D.
That
what
doesn't
you
bode
want.
well.
Yeah, that's not what you want to hear the DM say. I don't have enough dice.
Oh, I didn't hear that. That's ominous.
What, is he rolling hit points for the Tarask? What?
Actually, that's
Well,
not
I'm
on any
afraid
of the
of-
tables.
My God. Because I'm sorry, if you're putting a Tarask, I'm definitely metagaming and pulling that thing up.
Well, there is a scroll you can get nowadays. I've heard rumors of a little piece of paper that just goes boom. And it's like, oh, what are we summon?
Get on my broom and fly away.
Yep. Very scary.
Yeah, that could totally work.
Resistance to everything. I'm excited.
Oh.
Can you tell?
Wow. Again, another word I don't want to hear the DM say.
That could be a good thing.
Wow.
Remember, we had the whole issue with the whole wild magic stuff, and I had an awesome round with it. Everything was positive. So there can be good come from this. It can be a good thing.
It
Can't
can be.
work to be a fireball.
And that's the one I'm afraid of.
Me too.
Yeah,
That one always worries everyone.
it's going to come. It's due. Law of averages and all that.
Well, we know Shraggy loves it because he's Mr. Pyromaniac.
I've been very well behaved, thank you so far.
Probably immune to fire.
Operative
too, which is what
words.
he's hoping for.
So far.
Yeah, I can't promise anything, but
That's what worries me.
Yeah, it's gonna. I just have to redo this map because that wandering monster totally changes up this encounter.
ooh,
Oh, good. Thank you so much, B. Fisher.
Yay.
oh.
Is that like a golf clap? Yay.
Yay. except a little bit more scared.
Yeah.
It's fine. We've got plenty of open area to be fighting. We've got the building that the little gnomes can fall back to. It'll be.
I mean, I'll fight a
fun.
Trask if you agree to fight one. How's that?
We could, for our 2 weeks off, run a level 20 one-shot where we fight a Jurassic if you really want.
I think I'm washing my hair that week.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll take a while.
That's kind of funny.
I'm washing my hand that week. That was good.
Here.
Hair today, gone tomorrow. Or in my case, gone years ago.
Well, mine was gone about a year ago, but luckily it's growing back.
Well, that's good. What crazy hairstyle are you going to go with next?
I think I'm just not going to do crazy hairstyles anymore. I'm too lazy to keep up with that.
Yeah, 'cause you need hair like Shards. You need like the nice sort of golden tinge to the front of it. Very groovy.
Have I shown you guys pictures of what my hair used to look like? It was like purple and pink and blue.
God, I love it.
Rainbow.
It was, oh yeah. When I worked at Trader Joe's when I had it, and everybody was like, "You look like Rainbow Bright," or one of the magic ponies.
Nice. Nice.
Skittles hair, the rainbow
Skittles, yeah.
flavors.
But it's a lot. It's a lot to keep up with. I'd
Yeah,
rather
I
play
imagine.
I mean, to be fair, it's probably a good thing that Shrek doesn't have hair, because if he keeps on putting gnat under his hat, goodness knows what would come out if he takes the hat off and lets her out again. He's got like, so his hair's being tied in some kind of like weird sculpture.
Or dreads or bows.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
even funny.
Yeah, it's a good thing he's bald.
The amount of time it's taking him to adjust this is making me very nervous.
I know.
I was thinking the same.
Because he's pretty
No,
quick,
it's all
so.
fine. He's just getting some tokens. He's just sorting some initiatives out. It's fine. It's
Trying to
nothing
work it
worry
out
about.
to work it out. I mean, no,
It's all good. It's all good. Please.
y'all will be fine. Fine.
Bye, Bob.
Alrighty, so now that the now that the preliminaries are done, let's get on to the main event. So you guys, just to recap, you guys had befriended the deep gnomes that had set up a kind of little enclave here in Dwalian, Dandelion, whatever.
Whatever.
And basically, it worked out an arrangement to provide kind of a bodyguard and escort service for the deep gnomes as they try to make the area more secure by collapsing some of the excess caverns north of their enclave. They've had multiple instances where quite a number of their workers and miners and warriors have all vanished. The one that survived and managed to run, or the pair that survived and managed to run back before they vanished, swears up and down they saw what appears to be what they think is a beholder floating around the northern caverns north of the enclave. So they feel it's probably best to collapse a lot of those to limit anybody sneaking up behind them if they do venture out there. It takes about a day to collapse each tunnel, and there's six or eight of them that they want to collapse to secure the area. You guys had helped out. They collapsed the first tunnel without incident. As they were working on the second tunnel, which opened up into a larger kind of structure area, possibly some kind of building, residential or otherwise, and managed to convince them through praying to the tricksters or manipulating the tricksters, I'm not quite sure which at this point, convince them that instead of collapsing the closest tunnel, to collapse several different tunnels, adding to their work area, but you were convincing and showed that you could protect them. While they were working on collapsing the second tunnel, you guys had come across a group of underdwelling kind of creatures called Grimmicks, if I remember. No, not Grimmicks.
Grimlocks.
I was close. And no, they don't turn into dinosaurs and have really bad English. So they managed to defeat them and come back. They've since then collapsed the second tunnel and are working on started working on the third tunnel as you guys are kind of running that patrol in the area to keep things kind of stable and quiet. And the maps.
I figured out how to say the word for these things.
Oh, really?
Zverfneblin.
Smurf Mevlin?
Zverf.
Smurf Neflin.
They're
Bless you.
from
I know, right?
Something to that effect, yeah. Alrighty. So,
My friend Allie had to say it for me like 6 times before I could get it.
Nelblin.
so as we can see over here with the on the map, they are currently working on this third tunnel to collapse, and you guys are kind of still running point on things. Who is on shift for this watch? We've time skipped forward to them finishing, and they're about halfway through on the second tunnel. So it's been
Me and one other person had first watch.
Yeah, that was.
So I
you
think
and me.
it's Obsidian and
Arian's
turn for watch.
Yeah.
alrighty.
Yep.
We'd be resting.
We be resting.
Did we get a chance to get a short rest in between?
Yes, you've had a chance for a long rest because they were about halfway when you finished with the Grimlocks. They were about halfway through collapsing the tunnel.
So
And
sorry,
then-
clarification. Long rest or short rest?
Long.
Long. Okay. Thank you.
You've had a long rest.
Wow. They've added something on D&D Beyond. When you click long rest, it tells you what you're going to recover.
Sweet.
Oh. That's-
Yeah, and if you have a ranger class character, they just did a major update to the character sheet for rangers, so you'll be able to add in do some new things there.
Very cool.
No.
Very cool.
They've been rolling
Nice.
out upgrades like crazy.
Well, you know, programmers got to program, otherwise they get bored.
I'm so grateful. For programmers. I don't understand it at all. I tried. I took a class and it was just like.
Syntax is always the thing that screws me up. I can understand the concept, I can work through the flow and the that, but it's like learning any language. Until you get that syntax down, you're just constantly going to struggle. And it's another one, and like many skills, if you don't practice it.
Yep.
So just to clarify, I'm being incredibly dense here this morning. It's fine. It's Saturday. Obviously, Obsidian and Arian got the long rest, but Wood, Will, and Shrag have got that as well
Yes.
in the right time. Okay.
All of you have gotten a long rest. As I was trying to say, well, when we left off last session, the Snevrlin were working on collapsing the second tunnel.
Cool.
As we come in for this session, they finished collapsing that second tunnel
It skipped on a bit.
and are
Okay.
working on the third tunnel.
Awesome.
Cool. They're making good time. Handy little Zverfneblins.
Well,
Yeah, never.
remember, it takes a day to collapse each tunnel, so you're now 3 days in
Okay.
on your
Cool.
contract. I know you're planning certain things where you're trying to track the day, so that's why I'm trying to work through that.
Hint, hint, Shadster. I'm sure you're recording it.
Can't say what I am and what I have been relocated to both here and in Darktoe, because this is a family-friendly stream.
Yes, try to be family friendly, but I'm sure quite a number of us can anticipate the words you're going to say.
Fine, you've gone to a place with lots of sand.
I am the AB. Anyway,
Alrighty. So,
Assistant bookkeeper.
that's right.
There we go.
Probably.
okay, so you get Anari and Obsidian are on watch, doing their
Yes.
patrol.
And
Go
I'm probably
ahead
on the
and-
broom so that I can
Okay.
scooch around a little bit faster. If we hear something, I can get there quicker. So I'll be up on the broom.
Alrighty. Anari, what are you doing? How are you progressing through for this
Just-
patrol?
Quietly patrolling.
Okie dokie. Go ahead and Anari, go ahead and give me Go ahead and roll your D20. Anari.
You got it. That is going to be an 18.
Alrighty. So far, it's fairly quiet for you. Obsidian.
Sorry, not one.
Oh,
Ouch.
well, that ties in nicely.
That hurts.
Actually, that's kind of a nat 20 because your next dice roll was supposed to be a nat 20.
Oh,
Or do you
good
wanna save
point.
I thought that was the next dice roll on a attack roll.
No, it's the next dice roll.
So is it a nat 20 instead of a nat
Yeah,
1?
it'd be a nat. It would be a nat 20,
Oh,
which
wow.
means things are quiet as you guys progress through on your so far in your watch. It's like
Nervous.
calm, and because it's a nat 20, the rest of your watch is fairly uneventful. And then you come back. They collapse the next tunnel. So
Now I'm starting to feel a little bit safer with that tunnel gone, because that covers that kind of left-hand side. Now we've mainly got that corridor and the opposite sort of flow through that sort of bubble room to worry about.
Yep. So next up, they're gonna work on collapsing the tunnel from the inside, and then
Yeah.
they'll circle around over for this next tunnel.
Yeah, that works nicely.
So, how do you guys wish to handle your patrolling on this one?
Do we want
So
Up again or split it to 4 shifts?
Well,
The way they're going to collapse this is there's this main there's this main trunk,
uh-huh.
and they're going
They're
to collapse
collapsing
it
it
from
there?
this side, so they'll just have to double back around up to where the next one is.
Okay.
yeah,
Then what I would think maybe we would want to do is have someone patrolling up here, but then also we'll need standing down here below to that other entrance because we haven't collapsed that south entrance yet, right?
yeah.
No,
I mean,
this will be the next one. They're just going to collapse this one They're going to collapse this one and then double back in and around.
Yep.
So you guys can actually kind of patrol.
In between those two openings.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Let's do that.
Yeah, and the other thing
perfect.
we want to do is make sure we've cleared the structure as well, so that it is
Secured.
it is secured, so that this area is then more of a secure location. That if they had to, they could double back into here.
Yes.
Yeah, so that one and that one later. Okay. So moving around, so you guys are going to patrol.
Oops.
So just for this is our new green zone. So this is the area you're going to patrol in for the next 24 hours.
Yep.
Alrighty. So who wants to be on patrol? How do you guys want to do patrols on this one?
stick to what worked last time.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think our watch structure worked pretty well last time, right?
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Ready
So-
to go, Shraggy?
Because we've got Will and Obsidian are the ones with the brooms, so they can do the air patrol, and then myself and Shrag can be the ground units.
Okay.
Sounds fun. We're gonna Shrag's gonna walk up to Will. And he's like sort of hi. Bag. And he's like sat there with like the saddle already, like
All right, let's see what we got today.
I totally can see you doing that. Bag?
Got a 654, so let's see what that means.
Hey, Anara, you have a D4 inspiration you can use at your discretion today.
Thank
Nice.
you.
There's another gift from the tricksters, Quella.
Thank you, tricksters.
Thank you, Q. Alrighty. Oh,
Oh, thank you, Q. I didn't even see it.
Yeah, very much, Q. Thank you.
we got a goat, a giant goat, and a giant boar.
Two giant goats and two goats and a boar.
Yeah, Shrag doesn't even give the goats a second look. He's just like straight up to the boar and like the saddle goes on. He's up onto it. He's like, yeah.
I was about to reach out to pick him up, and I'm like, okay.
All right.
So the goats with the party, or with the collapsers, whatever they're called, Smurfs,
Gnomes.
whatever the hell.
They're with the
Gnomes.
gnomes.
The
So the
gnomes.
gnomes have a goat brigade.
Yes, I will tell the
Yeah.
goats to just kind of do perimeters around the outside of the Smurfs, and if they see anything, I'll have the giant goat come run into me to make sure the Smurfs are okay.
Sounds good. All right.
Although
Alrighty.
the two of us that are not patrolling, are they going to be staying with the Smurfs?
That's tell me you tell me.
Well, John, Chad,
Well, since we had a long rest, we could just kind of hang out near them. Doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
it made me a little nervous last time leaving them behind with nothing.
Well, the area you're patrolling is a lot smaller now.
Yeah,
Thank God.
but still. Never know when an illithid's going to come out of the shadows.
Well, I think I'm a little more worried about those burrowing dudes.
Yes.
And the beholder that's supposedly around.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have a feeling he's going to show his ugly face one of these days.
Well, as long as it's his face and not his eyes, we're okay.
I think they come as a package deal.
Well, if you poke them in the eye holes, you don't have to worry too much about them, right?
Oh dear.
We'll do the same thing we did last time as well. As we're actually patrolling up and down the corridor, I'll swap over. So whatever end we come from and go towards, I'll have Nat fly up to the one. So I've always got some kind of visibility on the other end.
Sounds
Yep.
good. Sounds good. Alrighty. First pass. Go ahead and roll your d20s.
$17.
12.
Okay. Next pass.
So as Shrag and Nat pass, they're going to give each other a little high five. They go past.
Tiny high five.
Well, for you, it's a high five. For her, it's more like a chest bump.
Love it. That's an 11.
I got a 12.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, wait, no, I
my.
got a 9. 12 was the last one. Sorry.
You got a 9. Okay. As you guys come down where this next tunnel is, you hear something down the tunnel.
Hold up my hand.
Hmm?
There's
Go ahead and roll perceptions.
Oh,
Don't forget your advantage.
Thank you.
I got a dirty 20.
Nice. I got a 16.
Okay. Looking down, Trag, because you got that long kind of dark vision. As you're looking down the tunnel, you see some creatures. Kind of look like they got the heads of like vultures, and these kind of large bodies. You're seeing a few of them kind of pacing around the corridor.
What are their hands like?
Let's see. Yeah, their hand.
Very specific question.
It is.
You sure they're not Kenku?
They don't really have hands. They have what looks like these large, elongated claws.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to roll a nature check to see if you
Please.
recognize that creature?
Yep, before I say anything.
And I as well.
Yeah, so anyway, so this corridor we're looking at, it's got some beautiful lines of quartz in it.
And I roll
Maybe
one,
a
Steve?
6.
Oh no.
Will?
What about Nat?
I got a 17.
Say again, Will?
17.
All right, Shrag, what did you get?
6.
Okay. So Will, as you're sitting there, you can't quite see as far down the corridor as Shrag, but hearing that description, something in the back of your mind kind of clicks from your research, and sounds like it's a creature called a hook horror. It's kind of like this bestial, like turtle creature with the vulture head on it, and they are known to be quite precarious predators in the Underdark.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I hear hook hands, I'm like, ah, crap. And I describe to him what I know about them. They're not fun. You thought the Umber Hulks were bad. They have hooks for hands.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Should we
Just to clarify as well, how many roughly did we see?
Let's see. Shrag, you can currently see 3.
Front row.
can we hear any more of them? Since I can't see very far.
Um, no, you had a 7. You had a You do you hear, but it's part of that's the echo, so you don't really have a good beat on how many.
Okay.
But you do see them; they're kind of going around, and you hear them kind of strike their claws on their bodies in some kind of rhythmic fashion. You know from your research that this is typically how they communicate, and that they typically rove around in groups.
Can we just watch them for a while and try to see what they're doing? If they're
Okay.
working on something, or if they're just camping, or
They appear to be roll an insight check.
I'm good at those.
Is Shrag okay to roll as well? Roll
Yep.
one as well?
Well, you're the one who's seeing, so it's kind of like you're relaying this, unless
Cool.
unless you guys want to get closer to where Will can start seeing. If you've
Negative.
got 120 feet of vision, she's got 60.
Yeah, I got a 22.
I got a 23.
All right. So as you guys kind of confer back and forth, it appears that they're looks like they're prowling, possibly hunting. And every so often they seem to get a little bit closer, but then they start doing the scraping of their hooks and whatnot. So they don't appear to be they don't appear to be leaving the area.
Okay.
They do appear to be kind of on patrol and searching, possibly hunting.
Half tempted to say that we prepare and wait for them. I mean, I'll keep a fireball just sort of ready, waiting my fingers to pop out. But I think we wait for them to come to us, because there's no point making noise and causing distractions unless we need to. If they just rotate round, patrol a bit, and wander off again, we don't have to worry about it, because eventually we're going to collapse this tunnel anyway. We don't really want to draw them in.
Yeah, I'd like to keep watching, and if they get too close to us, just kind of back up a little bit.
Yep. I think we hide here at the doorway. We don't necessarily patrol back up. Maybe send a message up to an area just to keep an eye out from the junction upwards, and we'll hang here for the moment.
All right, I will use my sending stone to call Obsidian.
Okay.
Obsidian, hook horrors ahead. We're watching from a distance. Might be coming our way.
Okay, based on that, I'm going to get on the broom. Let's see. I can't get through the tunnel now, right? Because they've already started collapsing it.
They're starting it, but it takes a while to. Think of it kind of like in Mind Demo. They're setting spots to strategic places to where they hit that last kind of ting.
So I could theoretically get through there as long as I don't bump anything.
Yeah. Probably by the time
10,
you guys
20,
finish your watch shift, they'd be in a point where you couldn't pass through. You'd have to take the long way around. So right now, you guys can pass through into that main hallway.
Okay. So I used movement to get there. Can I dash to get closer?
Yeah, you can take your time to. I mean, you can dash a couple of rounds and then get over there.
50.
So
I'm on my broom, so
yeah,
50 feet of movement, a dash is 100 feet. So
oh yeah, you get there within a few minutes. Shrag and Will are still watching. Will can actually start to see them as they've kind of wandered close enough, she actually can get her eye on them for the first time, seeing these large kind of carapace turtle-like creatures with these vulture heads and giant hooks.
Yep, they're way creepier in person than they were in that book.
Yep.
Let's back up.
Yeah, I think if they get within probably just slightly more than a move away from the doorway, we go tactical.
Yep. Agreed. So 40 feet?
Yeah, I like that.
Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
$22.
24.
11. With advantage. I fall off my broom. Make a bunch of noise.
Girl.
No,
For an 11.
you just like flip around on it. It's like the broom's still floating. You're now just like hanging upside down underneath of it, like now like eye level with Shrag, and Shrag's like, really?
How did I even do that? Ow!
What are you doing?
Oh.
Well, Shrag and Obsidian kind of like shrink off to the sides there as you're trying to move and you kind of lose your balance a little bit. A pair of them kind of perk up and because as they can kind of hear it a little bit.
Hi.
And so it looks like they're kind of watching, but they have these milky white type of eyes. But for some reason, they're kind of it's kind of one of those things. They point their heads at you, and then one of them starts scraping his claws and whatnot, and then you hear some responding kind of scrapes.
I think they saw me, guys. Just gonna try to back away slowly.
Yeah, the broom starts going beep, beep.
No beep.
Beep. This broom is reversing. This broom is reversing.
Damn, OSHA
I've never
rules.
heard that one on a vehicle. I think that would probably be more irritating after a while than just the beeping.
No, it's just Will saying it. This vehicle is reversing.
Back up, back up, back up, back up.
Oh bleep.
That fireball's getting warm in the hand is getting ready.
So while you guys are doing that, Anari, what are you doing in this whole point?
So Obsidian, did you just go down or did you relay the info? I didn't catch.
I was going to, and I just assumed right by you.
Okay.
So
So since I don't know what's going on, I'm gonna go ahead and then hold my position up by the gnomes and make sure nothing's coming from that northern approach.
Okay. All right. So Shrag, Will, and Obsidian, you have a moment to kind of decide what it is you're going to do. What is it you wish to do?
Should we try to back up or should we go loud?
Really?
What? What are other options?
Really? Do we ever back down from a fight? We go loud. What do you think?
Okay.
That sort of little tiny whisper of smoke in my hand is now going to start growing in flame, and it's going to be like, I have that ready fireball. It's going to go off while they're all still stood together.
Well, all right.
So Anarian would definitely see the fireball and see me draw my sword. So hopefully that is a clue for him.
Actually, the distance is enough because remember on this scale,
10 feet.
So he's about 100. He's over 100 feet from you.
Oh wow!
Yeah, each of these hexes is
My dark vision's only 60, so not seeing much.
He can probably hear it if somebody says something loud enough. But
Wow.
if you guys are
I thought
trying
these
to
were
be
only 10 feet.
no.
Sorry, my cat decided to join me.
I will prepare a guiding bolt.
Okay, you're gonna prep up a guiding bolt.
Mm-hmm.
Shrag's prepping up something. Obsidian's drawing his swords, and with that, go ahead and roll that wonderful initiative.
It's a good thing I had a prepared action. Nat 1, initiative 5. Woohoo!
God, I just
yay.
rolled a nat one too, but I have advantage. So
Thank-
luckily,
Thank goodness for that.
That's 3 nat 1s for us today. This is not going
That's
to be a
just-
good day.
Yeah, it's not starting well, guys.
I thought you meant you rolled another nat one, but no. Just
No, I did one earlier, yeah. Are you bringing that initiative tracker up again, Scooby?
Yes, I am.
That was super helpful.
I think at this point,
Yes.
Shrag's going to sneeze, let off the fireball, and then go, sorry, what, we're in combat?
What happened?
I just need to know your initiative counts as soon as you want to fill those in. Anari can roll initiative as well.
Will do.
Mine was just blank.
Yeah, mine is too. I can't put anything in there.
All right. Well, tell me your initiatives. I have it on the other tracker as well.
17.
15.
Obsidian,
17.
17. Okay. All right. Will,
15.
Shrag,
Oh, really?
A highly tactical, well-placed 5.
Anari.
Nat 20 for a 24.
Nice.
Okay.
But of
So,
course,
yeah,
I'm
I
not
just saw
there.
that. So nat 20 for Shad on his. So when you roll your attack roll, you get that nat 20.
The nat 20, which is
Oh,
good
no.
because-
TG Striker just threw out the wild magic, too.
Oh, yes.
Magic on deck.
Ah,
Yes.
I'm magic too much.
That's going to be me then with that prepared fireball. Hey,
Yeah.
this could go really well. I
Well,
throw a
actually,
fireball.
no,
fireball
because I'm ahead of you.
He's got that guiding bolt. So whoever's next in the however the
Oh,
initiative
boy.
rolls out that's where it's going to happen.
Oh, so that prepared fireball I had hanging there before the combat, I can't let that off then.
Oh,
Well, you
right.
both are preparing it. So I'm going to let you go off with it. But in the
It's still
initiative,
gonna be-
with the initiative, that'll be the order in which you two let that go.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I tried.
I mean, we're standing right next to each other, so if we fireball, it's gonna be both of us anyway.
Very true.
Oh, I've got my D100 right here, so I'm just gonna roll it ahead of time.
You might find if you set the fireball off, you actually go up in Shrag's estimation.
Wow. You just see his little head smoking as he's like, wow.
You get the fireball off and he just goes like,
Let's not do that. I don't want to do 8d6 damage to all of us.
it's fine, hard to absorb elements.
I don't. Hang on, I think my dog pooted. I gotta open a window.
Oh, you would see them.
I'm scared.
Yep.
Oh, I might as well roll my guiding bolt.
Starting off there. And we got that wild magic table.
Wow.
Alrighty. So,
Problem is, said TCG Strikers not on the Discord.
Oh, that's your DM, isn't it?
No,
Oh,
no tides of retribution for him.
oh,
Yes.
nanas. So,
yes, but you all
Will,
forget that I'm going to end up with it.
You're gonna end up with it.
Green Flame Blade is a spell.
He's now he can now be in the mix. So it truly is random who's going to have an effect.
Oh gosh.
oh,
So
unfortunate.
yeah, that mark that or told us anything about that. Wild magic. Okay, so at this point, you guys should be able to see. Will, from your vantage point, you can see 3 of the horrors, of the hooked horrors as they come down the path. Shrag, with your vision, you can see 6 in total.
Oh.
Obsidian, you have 60 feet as well, right?
Yes.
So you see you see 3 as well. So,
Okay. And Anarian's a bit away from us, isn't he?
he is. So
Yeah.
we will let you guys do your held actions first, and then we will start the initiative order. So Will, you go ahead of Shrag. So Will, let it rip.
Okay. Well, I rolled a 23 to hit.
23 will hit.
And sorry, 25. And I rolled 12 radiant damage.
Ace. Which one did you strike?
Whichever one is closest to me. So the one in the front.
All right. Now that was 12 points of radiant damage.
Yes, sir. And he is now aglow.
He is a glow.
And I rolled an
And
86.
86 on the wild magic. As you kind of clap your hands together and just let that Kamehameha of guiding bolt lash out, and then as it subsides, you notice that you are not alone in your spot. You have 3 duplicates because you have also cast mirror image on yourself.
Oh,
Nice.
That's awesome.
that's a helpful one.
Striker.
The tune changes.
I know, right? I'm always mad until we get a good one. And I'm like, yay!
So I put the 3 little dots on your thing for your individual images.
I love mirror image.
Illusionary duplicates of yourself appear in your space until the spell ends. The duplicates move with you and mimic your actions, shifting positions so it's impossible to track which image is real. Each time a creature targets you with an attack during the spell's duration, you roll a d20 to determine whether the attack target hits you or the duplicate. If you have 3 duplicates, you must roll a 6 or higher for the attack to hit a duplicate. Your duplicate's AC is 10 plus your dex modifier. And if it gets hit, it gets hit.
Okay. Cool.
You want to look that up if you're not familiar, but for the folks at home watching, curious about all these cool, crazy magic things. All right.
Just for your knowledge, then, my the AC of them will be 14.
Okay. So if it has a chance of hitting you, it has a chance of hitting them.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All righty.
Way easier to hit them than me.
Shrag, you had that fire ready to go.
Yep, just getting my token ready, and that's going to land like that. So that is a DC 15 deck save.
Alrighty.
Can you guys hear the squirrel yelling at me from outside? Okay, good. Because it's obnoxious.
2 make the save, 1 fails.
Cool. Okay, the one that fails will take 24 points of damage. The 2 that pass will take 12. And the one that failed into the damage, I'm going to use Fury of the Small to do the additional 8 points of damage to.
So what's the total on the one that fails?
So on the one that fails, it will take 32 points of damage.
32.
Solid.
And the 2 that succeeded will take 12 points.
Correct. That is the one.
Alrighty. So the guiding bolt and the fire bolt go off. Obsidian, did you have a held action? So you said you drew your swords. Okay.
I drew it, but I didn't hold anything.
So we will now start the initiative tracker. Anari, as at the top of the initiative order. As you're kind of sitting there outside that cavern looking about, all of a sudden, about 150 feet down the tunnel where you saw Obsidian fly, you see a brightness come out and reverberate off the off the wall of this glow, and then you see another one that's even brighter.
I'm thinking something's going on. So I'm gonna dash down toward that area.
All right, so your movement's 30 plus dash, that's 60.
Yes, sir.
All right, so that'll take you 3 rounds to get there to get into the fray.
Okay.
You can't dash as your bonus action?
Best I can do.
I don't think he took enough levels in Rogue to do that. I believe once you get to Rogue level 3, then you get the ability to do the dash as a bonus action.
Okay.
I don't have that yet.
Good question, though. Alrighty. So, next up we have one of the Hook Horrors.
Meow.
See. He is going to use a dash to kind of get up, screech. He's going to screech out, and he's going to move up towards Shragnaz.
Can I get a Larry as well, please?
Oh, yeah.
I feel so much safer with the Larry under me.
He's a big target, and you're a tiny target.
Yep. Okay, so yeah. Gets about there, and that's where he stops. And since he used a dash, he doesn't get to attack. So you luck out on that one. And then another one starts to come out of the corridor. There seems to be a side corridor there.
Ruh-roh.
Looks like another one comes out on this side.
Oh.
What?
He's going to dash.
Wow.
This one is going to dash.
Ow.
Okay. That got busy.
Well, hi, everybody.
And there's another one that dashes out. So let's see. Now that everybody's there.
It's an action to use a magic item, right?
Say again?
It's an action to use a magic item, right? Instead of blasting.
Yeah, unless it tells you it does something else.
Okay.
All right, next up is Obsidian.
Boy.
One of them is glowing, so you would get advantage on it, but I don't know if that...
Which one is glowing?
That should be this one with the yellow spot on it. Oh, wait, no.
Oh, I can't tell. Is it the one on the left or the one on the right? Because it looks like it could be for either.
All right.
Wait a second.
Yeah, the one with the purple spot is the one that has the guiding bolt. It has the advantage on it.
Okay. And let's see. These are within 5 feet. And I am within 30 feet. All right. Nope, I need to actually select myself.
Select yourself.
So I'm going to bebop on up and use my thank you to the tricksters, my nat 20.
All right.
Nice.
And I cast Green Flame Blade.
Okay.
And I hit him for 58 points of magical piercing.
Nice.
And
What was your to hit again?
it was a nat 20 because
Oh,
of
yeah,
the
that's right.
tricksters.
So 58 points.
Yeah, and then because of Green Flame Blade, the guy within 5 feet of him takes 11 points as the green flame bounces to him.
Alrighty. Well played.
69 points of damage in one hit.
Yeah, that works. Will,
Rogue.
you're up.
Hang on. Let's see.
Okay.
I moved 25 feet to get there.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to. Do I want to take. Actually, I'm just going to hit again. So with my bonus action, it's a 25 to hit and 5 more damage, non-magical piercing.
All right.
To this guy.
The hit takes, and so another 5 points of damage.
Yep.
All right. That one's looking quite rough right now.
Okay, and then I'll end turn.
All right, Will, you're up.
All right. I am going to activate my circlet of blasting.
Okay.
And blast the one that Shrag just decimated.
All right. That would be the one that that's charging up on him.
Okay. So that's a 12 to hit for the first one.
12 does not hit.
Okay. 17 to hit for the second one.
17 will hit.
And 17 plus 8 on the third one.
So second and third hit. What's the total damage?
11 fire damage.
Nice. All right.
Nobody's taken any damage yet, right?
No, none of you have taken damage yet.
Okay, then I will not do a healing word as my bonus action. That's what I got. That's my turn.
Alrighty.
Actually, let me see if I want to move. I'm a little afraid to get up there in the fray, but my buddy's up there. I've got to help him out.
You're good. You stay.
Yeah? You sure? But
Yeah.
you need sneaky attack.
Yeah, I've got some tricks.
All right, well, I'm preparing to run forward if my buddy needs me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got tricks. You're good. You stay where you're at.
All right. Holla at your girl if you need me.
Righty. So. Let's see. So while you guys are engaged with those, the hook horrors in the back start to kind of turn their attention. Shrag, you can see this because you've got the range.
Mm-hmm.
Something seems to have caught their attention, and they're not looking towards you. They're actually turning to another side passage, and you catch movement as these small four-legged creatures come darting out and start lunging at the hook horrors in the back.
Ah!
Oh my word.
Oh gosh.
Guys, there's brains and legs up there running around.
Brains on legs?
Real quick, roll a nature check to see if you recognize those creatures as they come darting up.
Ooh, it's gonna be borderline. That's a 12.
you're not quite sure what they are, but yes, you can get enough of a description that they appear to be kind of a brain, 4 legs with like these little like antennae, tentacle things there as they just kind of lunge up like that.
Nice.
Uh-oh. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I missed.
Silent mode activated.
It's your DM calling you, going, I'm going to use more wild magic.
No. I mean, actually, the last one was all right, but mixed feelings.
Shrag, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to whip out my wand of summoning, the wand of conjuration, and I'm going to conjure up an elemental, and I'm going to bring forth. Where are we? Here, between these three, I'm going to bring forth an Azer.
A what?
An Azer, the elemental creature.
Spell it.
Azer. It's the little bronzy elemental dude with a hammer and shield.
They're cool. When you hit them, you
No.
take a bunch of fire damage.
To be fair, they're rather warm, but hey. I'm sorry.
That's cool.
We'll let that be controlled by Shragnaz.
I love the fact that Scoop has the tokens ready. I love this.
Well, you know, if my goal is to collect all of the resources in Roll20, so no matter what you guys ask for, I can grab a token for. I'm about halfway there. I got a few books left to get. So that's where it's like, hey, tricksters, keep throwing that stuff for supporting, and soon it's like, hey, I would like to ask for a Tarask. All right, I can drop that token in now. Right now, I can.
Would ever put those channel points, because you know we'd get 3 of them.
Yeah, we don't need any Tarasks at this point. Thank you.
Way too much talk of Tarask today.
Yes.
I feel like we're
Well,
going
fine.
to say it one more time.
Some of those cool things out of Theros, or hey, maybe a snowy owlbear out of Icewind Dale.
Rhyme, yeah.
Rhyme of the Frost Maiden, because I don't have that package yet either.
Group today instead of trash talking is Tarask talking.
Oh, good one.
That's what you
All right,
said.
so Shrag, you now have the Azer under your control. It goes on your turn.
Brilliant. Okay, so what I'm going to do is going to start off with the Azer is going to attack the hook horror to the south a bit. Let's team up on damage on the one that's attacking Obsidian and Will. And that has a +5 to hit. So that's going to be...
That's right, because the advantage is only for the next damage attack against it.
Yeah.
So, actually, no, it did not have a specific attack roll against it. It just had the green flame, which was a preliminary. So, Shrag, Azer would have advantage on this hit.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay. He has rolled a 14 and he's on a +5 to hit. So that's a 19 anyway. Does that hit? Do I need to roll the dice?
And there's another wild magic in the mix.
Roll again in case you get a nat 20.
Good call.
Yeah. Always roll a second time.
I rolled a 16, so it's better. It's 16 +5, so 30, 21.
That will hit. Roll damage.
Okay, so that's going to be a D8 plus something fire damage. So that's D8. Bludgeoning damage, so that's going to be 8 points bludgeoning damage. And okay, you also get a D6 fire damage. And 5 points of fire damage.
All right. Okie dokie. And what about you? What are you doing?
So I've used the wand to cast that, so I'm not going to do anything else this turn, but obviously being sat on Larry, Larry's going to attack the hook horror in front of me.
Okay.
So that's going to be... that's only going to be an 11 to hit, though.
Unfortunately, 11 does not hit.
Not it's all good. It's all good. And yep, that's all I can do this turn. That's all. Sorry, thank you.
Okay. This will take us to Anari, who is dashing again another full 60 feet So
Anarian's
on the next
always
turn,
dashing.
his movement will bring him right into the tunnel where he can then see all of the shenanigans that are occurring.
That's a good one, Shaggy. Anarian is always dashing.
All
At
right,
least it's
so
not through the snow this time.
So were you on the boar when it went to strike? Or were you riding the boar, or did you get off?
Yeah,
the
no,
boar?
I've been riding the boar. I'm on the saddle on the boar.
All right, so I don't have the... So move that in for that. So this Hikor, first one out the gate is going to attack... it's going to attack you. It's going to attack the boar.
Yep. So
Because it's the larger and it's a smaller and...
Cool, that will be on disadvantage because of the saddle.
Alrighty.
Such an awesome saddle.
Love that saddle.
I got to remind my husband to, in our home game, he has one of those, and we keep forgetting that he gets that.
All right, so first attack is a 19 to hit the... Oh, wait, it's disadvantage, so... Dropping die all over the place. Okay, so first attack is an 11 to hit.
That just misses.
All right, second attack is lower. It is a 10 to hit.
Sadly, that also misses.
Alrighty.
The goat, I mean boar.
Next up is this one, who is going to attack Obsidian. First attack. Oh, that sucks. That's a 9 to hit.
That will miss.
Second attack is a natural 20.
I will negate that.
Alrighty. So it's a 20. So
30
still
point.
hit, but don't get the critical.
And I will use Uncanny Dodge to half the damage.
Alrighty. So 10 points full. So you take 5 points of damage.
Okay. That could have been bad.
Yep.
This one is attacking the intellect devourers that have jumped in.
Intellect devourer.
Thank
That's great.
No, that one is attacking those two. Let's see. All right, this next one is going to attack the Azure. That's there.
Yep, that's an AC of 17 because he's using his armor and shield.
Alrighty. So first hit is a 12 to hit, which will miss. Second one is lower with 10 to hit.
So this is good. This is a good thing.
Next one is attacking that intellect devourer. Alright, this one is going to attack the Azure as well. So first hit is a 17 to hit.
Meets it, beats it.
Alright. It takes 12 points of piercing damage.
Okie dokie.
Coming around for the second hit, which is a 19 to hit.
Okay, also hits.
For 6 points. Oh, no. 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay, so it's taken 19. You've touched it twice, so you will take 2d10 damage of fire in return.
Okie
Yes.
dokie.
Oh, it takes 16 points of fire damage.
16 points. Alrighty.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Alright, so, and he took a total, your Azure took how much damage total?
He took 19 points in total.
Alrighty. So,
Got a little spreadsheet tracking as well, so I've got that fan for the
that
ball
one
as
is
well.
attacking up there. This one is coming into the fray here. Which brings us to Obsidian.
So since I'm already in melee with the creature, I'm using steady aim, which
Oh.
is as a bonus action, you give yourself advantage on your next attack roll.
Okay.
So bonus action for steady aim. And of course, sneak attack. All I need is advantage if I don't have somebody next to me.
Technically, there's the elemental which was summoned by Shrag, so
That's true.
I'll give that as the qualifier there. Even though it's currently engaged with a different creature, it's in proximity.
It's still within 5. That's true. That's a good point. So I rolled a 25 to hit.
That will hit. Roll damage.
So it's going to be 26 magical piercing on the first guy.
And that kills him.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's going to, and this was of course using flame blade.
All right.
Green flame blade. So then 8 flames will go to the next guy, and then I'm also going to do a Wails from the Grave to do 2d6 necrotic,
Okay.
which is 7 points of necrotic to the same creature.
All right. Go and roll that D100 because that green flame blade is a spell, and there's a wild magic on the table.
Oh,
Man. Oh dear. 96.
Uh-oh.
96.
Oh boy.
You are surrounded by faint ethereal music for the next minute. You now have a theme song.
It's the Whales of the Grave have been made to sound good.
Bum, 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 bum. There's Shad's theme song. Da-da-da, da-da-da.
I look over at Obsidian like, you have your own theme song now?
Can everybody hear that, or is it just me?
It's a little hard for everyone to hear around. Will and Shrag, go ahead and give me perception checks.
I'm gonna laugh so much if we can actually hear this and it's just all in his own head. I rolled a 15.
23.
Will, you definitely hear it. It's faint over the sounds of the hook horror screeching and the sound of battle, but you're hearing this music. Chad, what song are we hearing as your theme music?
Actually, I'll stick with the one that Denarian gave me, which is the Mission Impossible theme.
Here we go. So you're hearing that music, and it's like, which brings us to
Make
Will.
sure we don't
You're
do
up.
too much of it. It's copyrighted.
That's why we're not playing it. We're just referring to it.
That's right.
Exactly. We can talk about it.
Yeah.
Did you say it's my turn?
Yes, it's your turn, Will.
Okay. I am going to touch my holy symbol, and a radius of 30 feet around me begins to slightly glow. And has anyone taken damage yet?
But only 5 points.
The Aza has.
Okay, then I'm going to heal the Azer for 4 hit points. So
Do they have to
aura
be in your
vitality-
radius?
Huh?
Do they have to be in your radius to heal?
Yeah. Is he not within 30?
I
Oh, he's just outside of it. Okay, I will take a step. Actually, I did want to step forward to kind of help out. I don't like this guy taking on my little friend.
Okay. So now the Azure is in range.
All right. He gets 4 points of healing.
Thank you.
So until my concentration ends, I can use a bonus action to cause one creature in the aura, including myself, to regain 2d6 hit points.
Nice.
Very cool.
Sounds
And
good.
that's my turn.
We like that one.
Alrighty. So yeah, that was that wild. Both wild magics are accounted for. We are good to go. All right. So you cast the spell and you moved within range, moved up to the hook horror. Was that spell a bonus or an action, or is there
It's an
anything left?
action.
That's it.
Yeah, and I don't really have any bonus actions unless I can take a bonus action hit with my quarterstaff. But I don't think I can do that unless I have a special thing. So That's all I got.
It was a
Fair
good
enough.
go.
Good gut. Let me check the bonus action tab on D&D Beyond.
Banshee.
Hey, well, what was the aura that you did?
Aura of Vitality.
There you go, Katmatari.
Oh, sorry.
Does
I
that
didn't see.
affect everyone within that space?
It affects one person I choose within that space on a bonus action.
Okay, so your bonus, so casting it, and your bonus action was the elemental.
Yes.
Okay.
I used the bonus action. I'm done.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure I've got the order of operations in my head.
The only use for order of operations that really matters is D&D.
That's fair. Shrag, you're up.
Okay. Let's think about this now. Do you know what? Let's see how this plays out a bit. Let's go base this turn. So we're going to do green flame blade on the one in front of me. So striking my rapier.
Yeah.
Nat 20.
Hey!
Sweet.
It'll be a 28 to hit.
That'll hit.
So, yeah, that's going to be the. No, we're doing this as the max dice.
Yes, it's max dice plus what you roll, plus any additional bonuses.
Okay, so this is getting interesting because I'm using green flame blade. Does the D8 for the green flame blade go to max as well?
If you roll a dice for the attack on this crit, it is max plus what you roll, plus any bonuses.
Wow. Okay, so that's going to start off as 8 for the rapier, 8 for the green flame blade, plus 5. So that's going to be 21 points of damage, plus an additional 2d8 damage.
Yes.
Amazing.
So that's another 8 points of damage. So that's 29 points of damage.
Alrighty, 29 points of damage. It is seriously hurting, but it is still standing.
That's fine. And then Larry, my boy Larry. He's going to roll a 14 to hit.
Nope, 14 doesn't hit.
I was going to say, that'd be boring. That's fun. I'm sorry. Okay, so next up is the Azer. So he is going to roll to attack the. What we got? So the one that's next to him, that's diagonally southeast. He's going to go for that one.
All right.
And that's going to be a 15 to hit.
Just hits. Roll damage.
Okay, so that's going to be a D8 plus 3. So that's 7 points of bludgeoning damage and 5 points of fire damage.
And that is enough. He is no longer in the fight.
And to be fair, he might as well just keep standing where he is because he's in combat with the one behind him, so that's all good.
Alrighty, so that brings us to Anari. So your movement brings you just into the corridor, and you see Shrag and Will engaged with this kind of crab turtle clicking creature with a head of a vulture just kind of squawking, and then you hear more noises similar to that down the passageway. You see Obsidian standing next to one that's on the ground dead, and then you see this elemental with a flaming sword and shield just kind of tucked in there turning, and then another one of these creatures coming down, rearing up to attack the flame creature. So
okay,
how do you wish to enter the fray?
Well, and I guess here's the question. So my dash got me there.
Your movement got you there. So if you want to move any closer, it would be a dash to get in.
Okay, and then I get no action. So I think what I'm going to do is, does it look like the one that is attacking Shrag and Will is pretty much under control with their attacks?
It's kind of that it's at that point. It's got several different wounds and flame dancing about it, and it's kind of sluggish.
Okay, and then the one that is behind the Azer, It's within 5 feet of it.
Yeah, it looks pretty spry still.
Okay. So if it's within 5 feet of it, even on a ranged attack, you can do sneak, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Then that's the one I'm going to attack, is that one right there.
Which
And
technically you don't
longbow.
know it's an ally because you're just coming in and you're just kind of seeing it there. So, but I'll give
Okay.
it to you.
But I was going to say, even so, that's the one I'm going to attack. Um, so I rolled a 27 and a 20, dirty 20 to hit.
Both hit.
Okay. So that is going to be 24 piercing damage with from 2 arrows.
24. All right. So it's a floom floom, and the arrows impact, and it kind of squawks, but it's still there, still standing, still in the fight.
And then let's see. So that's my actions. Do I have any bonus actions? I don't think so. Yep. Nope. That's going to be it for me for right now.
Okay, so next up is this book horror that is going to attack. It's going to attack the boar again because it's the largest creature it can sense. So first hit is a 19 to hit.
That will hit.
Dang, 19 with disadvantage. Yeesh.
All right. Second hit will be a fail. So the one hit. Oh wow.
Is that a good wow?
Boxcars.
Hmm.
16 points of piercing damage.
Yep.
And as it comes around to swing with its second one, it kind of loses its balance
Oh.
and falls prone.
Oh, hence why it missed with the second one. I see.
So that is that one's turn.
Excellent.
Out of the initiative.
Oh, just so I catch him. So he's clipped as well.
Engaged.
Oh, he's clipping us.
Yeah.
I mean,
just
just clip.
As a side note, just for the comedy value of it, I've just realised that Shrag gets sneak attack as well, instead of being under the 6+3 damage. I'm not fussed about it, but it's just realising just how good that sneak attack with Green Flame Blade really is.
All right, this one who took the arrows from Minaria is going to attack the Azer. So first attack is a 18 to hit.
That will hit.
Second attack is 15 to hit.
That will miss.
All right, so the first attack is going to be 10 points of piercing damage.
Yep. And in return, you will take 4 points of burning damage.
All right. That one is. That one is reached. Obsidian, you're up.
Okay. So I'm going to move 5, 10, 15 feet up.
Okay.
Not very good rolls. So 7 on the die plus 9 is a 16 on Green Flame Blade.
That will hit. Roll damage.
Okay. Yeah. My sneak attack was a 1, a 2, and a 2. So
Bad.
14, 16, 17, 23 points of sneak attack or of magical piercing to him.
All right.
And let's see, within 5 feet. So the other guy is going to take 6 fire damage as well.
All right. You said 6 points?
6 points.
Alrighty.
That guy.
The one in front of you dies from the flame as it dances across his body and jumps to the next one.
Okay. And even though I have a lot of movement, there are a lot left. There are a lot of creatures up there that I am not going to mess with at this point by myself. So I'm going to stay right here.
Yeah.
Let me see.
You're close enough.
Action.
You're seeing these brains on legs, and the hook horrors are just all in it.
Yeah. And let me see. Now that's a first level spell. I don't want to do that. Actually, as my bonus act. Oh no, I can't. No, I can do that. Bonus action. I'll do healing word on myself for 1d4 plus 2.
Okie dokie. Will, you're up next.
Okay.
And that brought me 5, which is what I needed. So
Nice.
I will end my turn.
Alrighty. Will, you're up. There's the hook horror in front of you, is on the ground, kind of in a semi-prone, but for all intents and purposes, prone position.
Okay. Can I tell who's like winning this battle back here between the hook horrors and the brains on legs?
Let's see your vision. It looks to be fairly even.
Okay.
Not really sure.
Okay. I'm gonna just ignore that for now. So besides being prone, how does the guy in front of me look?
Pretty bad. I mean, he's got several scorch marks and whatnot. He's not looking too good. He's like, I mean, he's kind of at the medium rare stage, not quite well done.
All right, I'm gonna bash him with my quarterstaff then.
I was going to
All
tell you
right.
to stick a fork in him and he might be done.
And I'm gonna use 2 hands.
It wasn't Thanksgiving the other week.
Oh, that is so gonna hurt.
Ugh, that was a 9 to hit.
Let's
Ugh,
see.
and worse, an 8 to hit. Terrible. I rolled a 4 and a 3.
Well, neither one of those will hit, even though you had advantage because it's prone.
Oh,
Oh,
I have
wow.
advantage. Okay,
You
well
have
then
advantage. You have advantage.
So should I count both of those rolls as my rolls for the first one and miss the first one?
Yep.
Okay. Sorry, I forgot he was prone, even though I just said he was prone. Oh my
Yep,
god.
he's prone, so any attack against a prone creature with a melee weapon does have advantage.
And I just rolled a 4 and a 2.
Oh, you need to get rid of that die.
I mean,
It's-
it's a huge creature. You just
Ice jail.
It's the digital dice roller. So I can't put that one in jail.
Good point.
You can go.
Use
You can go
regular
to
die.
You can go to your collection and switch
Oh,
out to
change
different
die.
dice.
You could do
See if I
that.
can figure out how to do that.
In D&D Beyond, when you go to your, go to like the tab for my collection,
Mhm.
and then you can go in. There's a spot for digital dice, and then you
Okay.
can click on that and then select a different dice from your collection.
Okay. Well then, for my bonus action, does anybody need healing besides the Azer?
Nope.
Okay. 10 healing points to the Azer.
Nice.
Double 5s.
Awesome.
Keeps on ticking, keeps on cooking.
He's doing some good damage.
And he's keeping in the fight, so yeah.
And he's
All right.
shiny.
Up we chewing through. I mean, Shrag, you're up.
Shrek.
Okay.
Anari, you're on deck.
Copy that.
Right, let's work through this. First of all, let's roll with Larry. My boy Larry. On the one in front of him, that's going to be no good. That's going to be a 14 to hit. So that's going to...
It's advantage because he's prone and
Oh, yes. Oh, this might just do
and
it.
he's doing the tusks, and I believe they count those as melee.
So that's 17 plus 5, so that's going to be a 22 to hit for that one with the second attack.
Yep.
for 2d6 damage. So giant boar does 2d6 plus 3 slashing damage. So he takes 6 points of slashing damage.
Alrighty, he is dead.
Larry!
Great.
Larry!
Very good, resist the joke. Okay, next up for comedy value, the Azer is now unsurrounded by monsters, so he's going to go 5, 10, 15 to there. And he is going to position himself nicely so when Obsidian moves, he's got some support. And this hook horror here, he is going to attack. So that is going to be a natural 20.
Nice.
Oh.
Let's do a quick snippet of that and show that. So it's there.
Well, we've had some nice nat ones and some nice nat 20s, so at least it's
Yeah.
balancing out today.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's definitely going interesting.
So that means he does. Where are we? Azers. That is a D8 plus 3, so that's going to be 8. That's 11 points of damage to start with, plus an additional
Excellent
D8.
damage. Oh, right, because nat 20. Dur.
Yeah, oh, that's an additional 2, so yeah, never mind. So that's 13 points of damage
Nice.
from his hammer. He touched you, didn't touch him, so that's fine. And now, this is where we have some fun. So you see that big green circle I've moved up, Scoob?
Yep.
Fireball.
Okay.
And the great thing is, the Ace is immune to fire, so he doesn't care.
Brilliant.
Alrighty. So. Okay.
Sorry, I've done this. Scoob's going to hate me for this. How many saving rolls?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Thank you, Q. Obsidian just got inspiration.
Nice.
Oh, cool. Thank you, Q.
Okay, so. All right. First
So it's
batch.
That's just a DC
Of dex
15
saves.
dex, yep.
For the hook horrors. You said it's a DC what again?
15.
DC 15?
Yep.
Okay, so. Alrighty. One made the save out of the hook horrors, the rest failed.
Okay, so I rolled 30 points of fire damage.
Alright.
30?
Yep.
Nice.
It was a fourth one, I just popped off.
So the one that's saved takes 15.
Yep.
Others all take the 30. Alrighty, and now for Devours. So. Let's see. So far, 4 have. Double check. Yep. So far, 4 have made the save. Four made it, 1 failed. And so that one is dead. For the last 4, Let's see. Okay, 3 made it, 1 failed. Yep.
At this point, you sort of see like Shrag like sort of sat in the back of Larry, and his hands are up. He's actually shaking. He's like,
All that fire. All that fire.
He's loving it.
Anari, you're up.
All right. So I am going to use my racial ability and do a face step.
Okay.
And that is going to jump me here as a bonus action.
Alrighty.
And then I think I can use my movement then to get here and engage this Hakor along with the Azar, correct?
Yep.
All right. So I rolled a 26 and 17 to hit.
Both hit. Roll damage.
Okay, it is going to be 34 points of piercing damage, magical rapier, and that includes 7 points of radiant damage.
Okay. So it's still standing, but it's definitely not feeling good.
And that is my turn.
Alrighty. That one's
Okay, action.
That one is still there. And he is going to shift his attention to the Azure. Alrighty. So first attack is a 19 to hit.
that will hit.
Second attack is a 8 to hit.
No, that will meet.
That is 14 points of piercing damage to the Azure.
Archie. And in return, you will take 9 points of fire damage.
Nice.
Alrighty. Sweep it around. Right. That one is out of the initiative order. All right. This one is kind of moving around over there. Okay. Obsidian, you're up.
Okay. So seeing Anarian come in. Hi, friend. Nice to see you again.
Yeah, thanks for the notice.
Hey, guys. I'm going to come over here and attack this guy.
Okay. Oh, real quick. Anari, roll a perception check.
All right. That is going to be a nat 20 for a total of 28.
So as Obsidian says this and moves into engaging, you're hearing this faint music. Oh.
Dun, 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 dun. Got it.
And
Wonderful.
He's just kind of, as he's walking,
What
he's
a-
just kind of.
At some
Doing
point,
that.
the
What
song
the-
kind of shifts, and then you kind of hear a different one. It's like do 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 do, like the X-Files theme as he tries to run by.
Oh, I thought maybe we were going to get the Muzak version. Ba, ba, da, 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 da. Anyway,
Yes.
I'm not very musically inclined, so I can't do that.
it's all good. It's all good.
Alrighty, so Obsidian, you're
Oh,
attacking
man.
this guy.
Yeah, so I'm hitting the guy right north of me.
Okay.
Big target. That was a 27 to hit with magic or with green flame blade.
Okay.
So the main guy will take 31 points of magical fire piercing damage. And
that will kill him.
this brain here
Okay.
is going to get the 4 green flame bleed over.
Okay.
And then as my bonus action, I'm going to attack this brain. And I only rolled a 6 plus 7, so 13 to hit.
Magical or non-magical?
This one is non-magical.
Okay.
Did that hit?
What was your to hit?
13, 6 plus 7.
Yes, that would hit, but as it
Oh.
strikes, you don't see a wound come with the weapon as it comes back.
Okay. So my little tiny 2 points of damage didn't mean anything. And I'm going to dance to the music in my head and end my turn.
Alrighty. Will, you're up.
Oh boy, okay. I am going to move forward and engage with this one here with a Narian.
Okay.
And as I'm running up, I'm going to cast a guiding bolt on it.
All right.
So it's not at disadvantage because I do it when I'm a little bit farther away.
Okay, so you'd run the guiding bolt and then run up. All right.
Yep.
Good. And what's the to hit?
22.
That will hit. What's the damage?
These dice are doing much better. 17 radiant damage.
Alrighty. So as you do that and cast it, you see the creature wash in bright light, and as the light fades, it falls to the ground.
Hey! Turn to Anarian and give him a high five. And does anybody besides the Azer need healing yet?
Thank you for the bits.
Another wild magic.
Not wrong.
And the Azer gets 8 points of healing.
Alrighty. Okay, so what's up? All right. Wait, this one is going to crawl over around this hook horror and lunge at Obsidian.
How rude.
Wait, yeah. Backtracking one thing real quick. The Azer, I need it to make an intelligence saving throw.
Ooh.
Oh.
They're not the smartest.
It is a 19 for a dirty 20.
What?
Alrighty.
Why give me that roll for him? Why can't I have that roll?
Right?
So you make the saving throw, which you're good. Okay. Then coming around for Obsidian. It's gonna sweep at you with the claws.
Okay.
So let's see, that is a 13 to hit.
That will miss.
Alrighty. Now I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
What is my inspiration?
D4.
It's a D4.
Okay. Huh. I hope this is enough. So I rolled a 4 on the main die, 3 on the inspiration. 7 plus 6 is 13.
Yep, you succeed the save.
Oh.
Inspiration saved you.
Yes, it did. Thank you
Oh,
very
buddy.
much. Oh boy. Dice jail for this guy. 4. Oof.
Alrighty. Alright, this one. Come around to the other side of Obsidian and attack with the claws first, which is a natural 20, so 24 to hit.
Yeah,
Ouch.
I will negate that.
Alrighty, you will negate that.
Yes.
Okay. That is 7 points of slashing damage from the claws,
And I will use Uncanny Dodge to half that.
and another intelligence saving throw.
Yeah, this dice is much better. 19 plus 6 for 25.
All right. Yep, you succeed the save on that one. All right, this one is going to swipe at the the elemental. So claw attack. That is a 16 to hit,
That will miss.
and I need it to make another intelligence saving throw.
Uh-oh. That's a 14 plus 1, 15.
All right, it makes the save.
I'm really scared to find out what this thing does.
2.
Because there's an awful lot of them coming through now.
Yeah, that's a lot.
All right, this one's going to climb over this horror. And eeny miny mo.
Come at me, bro.
Will is going to make a claw attack against you.
Okay.
That is a 17 to hit.
Okay. That misses.
All right. Now I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Okay, that is
Remember, you're in Anarian's aura.
Yeah, you get pluses, +3 on saves within my aura.
And
Okay.
Katmatari just gave you inspiration.
Yep.
Wow. Well, I rolled a 24.
That succeeds.
I think you're safe.
Safe is right.
All right. Got another one that'll swipe at the elemental. Yep. It trips up and knocks itself and kind of knocks itself prone.
Its 4 little legs flailing.
Yeah, it kind of rears up and it kind of just loses it for a moment.
That's a 17 for its intelligence save.
And that succeeds the save.
Oh boy.
You can have to tell us what these saves are at the end, Scoop, because there's a lot of them coming in.
I'm scared.
All right, this one's going to charge over and swipe at Anari. That is a 15 to hit.
That will miss.
An intelligence saving throw, please.
That will be 12.
Just beats the save.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Gosh.
You're
So
counting for your own aura there as well.
It's already included within
Okay.
my saves on the D&D Beyond work sheet. Yeah.
Oh,
nice.
oh wow.
Trag, you're up.
Okay. Right, let's pull something out of the bag here. So, if I do. Yeah, I'm not about to see where that's going to land. Okay, right. A is going to take a 5-foot step to there, and it's going to attack the one directly in front of Venarian.
Okay.
That is going to be a d20 plus 5, which is a 15 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay, so that's going to be D8 plus 3 damage. So it's 8 points of normal damage and D6 of fire. And 4 points of fire.
It'll kill it.
Cool. Awesome. You're going to hear in the background this like sort of goblin cavalry, rah! And we're going to come flying up the way to here. Obviously on top of Larry, so I'm actually feeling sort of like these 4 squares here.
Okay.
So obviously being a large creature, and Larry is going to attack the other intellect devourer in front of Will.
Okay.
Which is going to be another D20 plus 5, which is a 12 for a 17.
17 will hit. Roll damage.
Okay, that's going to be, let's double check that. So giant boar is 2d6 plus 3 for a total of 7 points of damage.
Nice.
Yep.
Is it still standing?
Yep. Because your boar's not magical, not a magical attack, right?
Okay, no, it's not magical. In which case, it takes an additional 2d6 slashing damage because I charged. For an additional 3 points of damage. And you need to make a DC 13 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
All right. Makes the save.
Awesome. It is still up.
Yep.
And then Shregley is going to fire off a 3rd level fireball based on where the current green circle is.
Nice.
Okie dokie.
So again, that's going to be DC 15 dex saves.
All right, so I will do. I'll do the intellect devours first.
I might should roll higher on the dice for a level 3 spell than I did for the level 4.
Nice.
The dice were with me on that one.
2 make the save, 2 fail. All right.
Okay, this might help make it easier. I've rolled 32 points of damage, so those that fail are still taking 16.
All right, so 1 of them failed. Now for the 3 hook horrors. Let's see. None of them succeeded. Said, what's the total on the failed save?
Failed save is 32 points of damage.
Alrighty.
That's a lot of damage.
We likes it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the 5 intellect devourers that were in that sphere are all cooked.
Nice.
Roast brains.
Saved or not, they got cooked. Okay, so the 3 hook horrors that failed to save, took the damage, are still standing as the fire of the fireball dissipates. Inari, you're up.
Oh, okay.
All right, then I'm going to make my movement to engage this hook horror.
All right, you take an opportunity attack from the intellect devourer as you pass.
Oh, wasn't there still a wild magic?
Yes, Shrike gets a wild
Yep.
magic dice roll.
D100 coming up.
I was getting to that, but I was like...
89.
89! Dun, dun, dun!
Fireball!
So, as you're standing there kind of taking this all in, you hear Shrag yell his charge and cast the fireball, and as he's done casting the fireball, you see, starting at his fingers, working back through his body, he just starts to disappear as he turns
No.
himself invisible.
Well, actually, that might not be so bad right now.
Wow.
Shaggy, are you okay? Shaggy, where are you going?
I burnt myself out.
Hey, it's better to burn out than to fade away. You're
Whee, good
fading
man.
away.
Yeah. I got that the wrong way
So that's an
around.
11 to hit Inari from the opportunity attack, which I
That's
imagine is
going
a
to be a
miss.
miss. Yeah, that'll
Okay,
be a
so
miss.
you've moved up to the hook horror.
All right. Um, so engage the hook horror, and I have 23 and a 26 to hit.
Both hit. Roll What's the damage?
So the damage is going to be 34 points, and of that 34, 5 is radiant.
All right, and that is enough to kill it.
Ooh.
It is out of the fight. Righty. All right, next up is this hook horror, which moves in to to within 10 feet of Anari and then swipes at him with his hooks.
He's got reach.
Shout.
So first hit
Sorry.
is a 10 to hit.
Miss.
Second hit is a 18 to hit.
Also miss.
Alrighty. This other one, which will come around as well. Move into this. Move over to this area. Let's see. Is he still within? Yep. He's gonna swipe at Inari from the side. So first hit is a 16 to hit.
That will miss.
Second hit is a critical fail, so he knocks himself prone.
Wow.
Dice giveth, and the dice taketh away.
Yes, they do.
Obsidian, you're up.
Yeah, so I can't do anything to get sneak attack other than stay where I am and use steady aim.
They have to be within 5 feet because they're 10 feet away from Inari.
Yeah, it has. They would have to be 5 feet for me to, if I don't have advantage on the roll. So I'm going to use steady aim to give myself advantage on the attack.
Copy that.
And so I'm using my short bow with a +1 arrow.
All right.
And so
Will, you
that's a
took note of the
20.
inspiration you were gifted, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
And so that is a 23 to hit.
23 to hit. That will hit.
And I'm sorry, 24 if I count the +1 on the arrow. Oh man, 2 1s on my sneak. 4, 7, 8, 9, and 4 is 13 +1. So 14 points on a magical arrow.
All right. And that is enough to kill it.
Nice.
And since I used my bonus action, I am done.
All righty.
And I can't move anywhere.
Will, you're up. There's this intellect devourer still in front of you.
How's he
You
looking?
saw Shrag hit it, and it took the hit and is still standing there.
Okay. I'm gonna hit him twice with my quarterstaff.
Yeah.
That's a 10. I'm gonna add my D4 inspiration. Can't see it. So that makes it a 13 to hit.
Yeah, all right. Is your quarterstaff magical or non-magical?
It is magical.
All righty. A 13 will hit. What's the damage?
And a 21 for the second one. The damage is going to be 10 damage
That's
for the
enough.
first hit.
Enough to kill it.
Oh, sweet. Can I run up to the hook horror and use my other melee attack on him?
Possibly. Is it within 30? Oh, it's just out of 30 feet.
Ah! Can I throw my axe at him?
Sure.
Would you like me to roll again or use my
No,
20?
we'll let you go with that. Just just adjust your. Does the hit to hit change between the axe and the quarterstaff?
Yes, it would be 19.
Okay. Still a hit on the horror. Go ahead and readjust the damage.
Okay, I rolled a 1 on the damage, but I can add my blessed strikes to add an extra d8 of radiant,
Nice.
and that's a 7. So that's 1 regular, 7 radiant.
So
So
8
8.
points of damage total.
Yes.
Alrighty, it's still standing, but it's definitely not looking so hot.
I stand there angrily. That's my turn. Oh, did anybody need healing?
Other than the
Drag,
Aza.
you're up.
Um. 5, 10, 15, 20.
The Azer got 7 points of healing.
That Aza's just going to keep on going.
Yep.
Love it. I'm going to move the Azer up there, but then Larry and I'm going to call myself Kelly, Larry, and Mo because I've got the the Azer myself and the boar. I'm going to come
Yes.
screaming through up to here. So obviously the boar's filling the 4 squares. So first up is Larry. He rolled a 3. Let's just move on quickly from that one. That's nothing to see here.
Isn't he prone though? Wouldn't he get advantage if he's prone?
Yep, a melee a weapon on a prone creature gets advantage.
In which case we roll that, and he rolled a 2. Yay, Larry! What are you doing, boy?
Oh man,
Give you all the opportunity.
It's all that. It's all that charred meat in that area that you're crawling over.
Wants to eat it.
I'm gonna snippy this one and put it in the channel for us to look at because I've just tragged Green Flame Blade with advantage. I've just rolled a net 20.
Yep.
Again?
What'd you get on? What'd you get on? What'd you get on the attack?
Net 20.
All right, so you don't even have to roll, but as the boar kind of charges up, as the boar charges up and gets kind of lost, you guys see from the saddle a sword kind of erupt in flame, and then just as he disappeared, he reappears the same way, the arm and the rest of his body as he comes down, and just how do you kill it?
I'm running with that. I'm going to come flying off because Larry's obviously missed, plowed his nose into the ground. I'm just going to come flying off the back of it, Green Flame Blade up, rapier in both hands, straight down into the middle of it and just gouge it into it. And then just be like hanging there off the top of it, stands and falls, and then just like flops to the floor and go.
Stuck it.
So in cinematic fashion,
stuck the landing.
Cleaves it down, and just this huge kind of cut, kind of melts down the creature and collapses over, and Shrag just stands there with the blade in hand.
I look in admiration and approval.
Well done.
Yeah.
That was good fun.
And thank you for the wandering monster, which was the hook horrors.
Oh.
So the Devourers were the planned encounter, huh?
Yep. The Devourers were the plan.
That was a fun battle.
It was awesome.
And since we ran through for that whole combat, we're going to take a quick 10-minute break, and then we'll come back and then carry forward on this. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for all the bits. Wicked Dex, thank you for the follow. And we will see you guys in just a few minutes.
See you in a minute, guys.
Only got half hour left.
Alrighty, and we're back. While we were out, shout out to Abby Marie for the follow. Dirty Deeds 420 for the follow.
Thank you.
More bits, thank you. So we got 1,000 bits for Obsidian. I believe that is a gift from the Tricksters.
Welcome, people.
So we can take care of that.
Oh, thank you, Jazz.
Whoop whoop. Emo 20 was whoop whoop whoop.
Oh, so now we have 2,000. Are we? A gift for the Will and a gift for Will for Obsidian.
Oh.
Alrighty, let's get that table going. We'll do that before we get back in, as you guys are searching the bodies of and the area around this horrendous battlefield.
Yes.
smell of charred creatures and whatnot.
Shrag's gonna go break off a couple of like the hook horror's claws, and he's gonna like hold them in his hands and walk around going.
And Shraggy just got one from Jazz. Thank you.
Alrighty.
Oh, look at him go!
So we will
Aw.
start with Obsidian. Roll that D100 and let's see what we get.
Please be something good. A fireball. That's what I mean. 8.
8.
8.
Okay. You find a bead of nourishment. Spongy, flavorless, gelatinous bead dissolves on your tongue and provides as much nourishment as a day of rations.
Wow.
Nice.
Sounds appetizing.
Yeah, but it'll be good to have if we don't have any rations left.
Spongy, flavorless.
Space food.
Okay. Bead of
Well-
nourishment. Thank you, John.
Well, roll that D100. Let's see what you find.
I've got a 65.
65. All right, you find a paper bird. After you write a message of 50 words or fewer on this magic sheet of parchment and speak the creature's name, the parchment magically folds into a tiny paper bird and flies to the recipient whose name you uttered. The recipient must be on the same plane of existence as you, otherwise the bird turns into ash as it takes flight. The bird is an object that has 1 hit point and an AC of 13 and a flying speed of 60 feet, and some other stats. It's immune to poison and psychic. It travels within 5 feet of its intended recipient by the most direct route, whereupon it turns into a non-magical and inanimate sheet of parchment and can be unfolded only by the intended recipient. If the bird's hit point or speed is reduced to 0, otherwise it turns to ash.
That's actually cool.
That could be quite useful
Usually
at some
come in
point.
small flat boxes containing 1d6 plus 3 sheets of parchment. So go ahead and roll the 1d6 plus 3, and that's how many sheets of parchment you have for your Dungeon Dragons version of Twitter.
I love that.
That's actually kind of funny.
I got a 1, so it's 4. That's super cool. So that means I can do that 4 times?
Yeah.
Cool.
Those hook horrors have been right
Cool.
to each other.
Alrighty, and Shrag, go and roll your D100 for your gift from the tricksters.
Okay, we have a 24.
Alrighty, you find a set of clothes of mending. This elegant outfit of traveler's clothes magically mends itself to counteract daily wear and tear. Pieces of the outfit that are destroyed can't be repaired in this way.
And we have one more that has come in as well.
Do you realize that means that's going to include my hat? I can get replacement hat. Means if it gets singed by fireballs, it automatically mends itself.
You'll be the most elegantly dressed Shragnaz ever. As long as the item isn't destroyed.
I can burn myself and not lose my clothing. Yes. No more singe marks.
Almost just made Steve lose his drink. You're going to be such a fancy gobbo.
I wish more
Best
fact I
dressed
won't have
gobbo
singe
at the
marks.
ball.
That's awesome.
That's
Thank
funny.
you, John. That's awesome. That has worked out so well.
So yeah, thank you to the tricksters for those bits, and
Bravo.
take a look at the
Yeah.
list. There's plenty of things to do to influence the game. Yes.
We got one more.
Got one more.
TCG Striker. One for Anarian.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh.
All right, Anari, go ahead and roll that D100.
While we're searching.
B100.
Cloaked horrors have some weird items on them.
That is going to be a 27.
27. You find a decanter of endless water.
Oh,
The
nice one.
stoppered flask sloshes when shaken as if it contains water. The decanter weighs 2 pounds. You can use an action to remove the stopper, speak one of 3 command words, whereupon amount of fresh water or salt water, your choice, pours out of the flask, and the water stops pouring when you at the start of your next turn. Choose the following options: a stream, a fountain, a geyser.
Oh,
Oh,
Stream
Oh.
produces 1 gallon, a fountain produces 5 gallons, and a geyser produces 30 gallons of water that gushes forth 30 feet long and 1 foot wide. As a bonus action, while holding the decanter, you can aim the geyser at a creature you see within 30 feet of you. The target must succeed a DC 13 strength saving throw or take 1d4 bludgeoning damage and fall prone. Instead of a creature, you can target an object that isn't being worn or carried and weighs no more than 200 pounds. The object is either knocked over or pushed up to 15 feet away from you.
oh, that's really cool. Thank you, TC Striker. That was
Of all the
I know
people-
awesome.
a certain.
of all the people to get
I
a
know
water
it's
cannon.
a certain group that could use this
That's
right
really
right about
awesome.
now, Miss Yana.
Oh.
This is fair. This is fair. All right. So you
So
find
right.
these items, you go through the hook horrors and the intellect devourers, what's left of them that haven't been burned to a crisp by somebody's fire.
Shraggy.
I'm sorry. Tastes
should-
great though.
At this point, your companion
critters.
fades away as you guys kind of search through and make everything's kind of secure in this tunnel. You notice that it kind of, some of the stuff kind of loops around, and where the intellect, tracking back where the intellect devourers came out, there were like little holes and small cubbies, crevices that they seem to have crawled through because they're not a very big creature. Hook horrors, on the other hand, they have clearly have come from further down the path. So
I'll just kick some rocks in front of the holes the little brains came out of, just to make sure. I know we're about to collapse the tunnel anyway, but I don't want any more of those things coming out.
go ahead and do an investigation to see if you can find some boulders or a combination of boulders big enough to plug those holes.
Okie dokie.
And while she's doing that, I'm gonna hop on the broom and I'm gonna let them know I want to get back and make sure our charges are okay.
Gnomes
Okay.
are okay.
So I'm gonna-
23.
Yeah, you search about, even taking the remains of the hook horrors, and kind of just find a way to just stuff that in, because their hooks are like this strong, like almost when you think of like creatures that have horns and claws, it's that keratin that's nice and rough. These things use them to kind of dig, so you can kind of work on stuffing those. Obsidian, as you're traveling back, need you to roll a perception check.
7 + 8, 15.
All right. You notice as you cruise back toward the job site, so to speak, it's quiet.
Uh-oh.
You're not hearing the motions of picks and whatnot. And as
Okay.
you get closer, you see that there are a few picks on the ground, but not as many as for the number of workers that you left there, and you don't see any of the workers.
I immediately use the sending stone to call. Who am I tied to? I think Will.
Yep.
Yeah.
And 25 words or less. We have a problem. Get back here now.
All right. I relay that and start dashing back with my broom 50 feet around.
Larry's at high speed.
Yeah, I'll return also.
So after a few minutes, you guys all come back, and you see just this. There's a couple of pickaxes and tools, but the majority of the stuff there for that these gnomes were using is all gone. They're gone.
Do an investigation check to see
Signs of
if there's
struggle.
any bodies, signs of struggle, what happened to the goats that were left
Goats.
behind.
Yeah, why didn't the goats come and warn us or tell us?
You don't see any sign of them either.
Have
'Cause
the puffballs returned to my bag of tricks? Because that's how I would know if they died or not.
Go ahead and do an investigation. Go ahead and do investigations, and then we'll answer those questions accordingly.
I got a 16.
Okay. What are you looking for, Nari?
I'm
Signs of
just
a
trying to
struggle,
figure
right?
out, yeah, if there's any evidence of battle or blood stains,
You
bodies.
don't see you don't really see a whole lot of you see a few drops of blood in spots, and you do see a number of footprints. Some of them are the size of the gnomes, and you see some other footprints that are not quite recognizable
I
with
just
that
got a
roll.
nat 20 for an investigation to look around, try and see tracks and marks in the hallway, whether they went back through the main room or whether they've been dragged up the corridor northwards.
Okay, I will answer that in just a second. Will, what'd you get?
19.
All right, you notice that your puffballs did return to their bag.
Oh,
So bad news, guys. The goats have been wiped out. I take out the puffballs.
okay, we need to find out which do we see which way the tracks went.
Um, Trag's question, and if you want to roll a survival or investigation, Obsidian, and then I'll answer your question. Trag, what you wanted to look for tracks and try
yeah.
to see
Did
which
they
way?
go? Yeah. Did they go back into the cave and down, or have they gone northwards up the main stretch of the cavern?
All right, you see based on what Honori was pointing out, where there was the scuffle and whatnot, and then you see some sets of footprints uh, kind of go along the path, but they kind of like move into the walls and the sides, and then you kind of lose them into the rock face as they as it's almost like they kind of vanished, and whatever it was able to crawl along the walls, and it leads you to heading north along the main trunk there.
Okay.
Ah, fluff.
So hang on. And how many gnomes were they working? Was it 10 to
And
20? Was
there
it
were 10, I think we,
10. So
5 working though and 5 resting typically.
yeah.
So that's 10 goblins. They're not going to move quickly because they're going to be fairly reluctant. I'm gone up the wall. Is there any like sort of disturbed rubble to make me think it might have been an Umber Hulk has made a hole and then filled it in after them?
No,
Okay.
but you do see what appears to be some kind of thread that seems to have been
Um,
caught on a couple of the rocks.
Spider. Is it like the spiders that we saw back in
oh,
in when we first recovered the gnomes?
guys,
Those
guys.
sword spiders?
It's some kind of webbing, but it's not enough to let you know any particular species of spider.
Okay.
This might be a stretch. Something big enough to carry 10 or so gnomes. What other creatures have many eyes other than beholders?
No.
Spiders.
Yeah, spiders.
Spiders have many eyes.
Well, and with webbing too. We just don't know what kind they are.
Yeah.
Oh
There
boy.
could be some big ass spider because if that's going to be carrying 10 or so goblins, sorry, not
Or
gnomes.
multiple spiders.
Yeah. That's
Well, I guess we probably should follow the creatures we were tasked to protect.
yeah. We need
Yeah.
to get heading north, sharpish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Do we want to try to move stealthily or do we want to try to move quickly
No,
to catch
I
up?
think
no.
at this point we try to recover them.
All
Okay.
haste.
Forget stealth. We just move.
Yep.
Would you like Obsidian and I to take point and go full speed 50
On
feet a
brooms.
turn on our brooms, or should we stick together?
I think we need to stay at least within distance that we can support each other because it took me 3 rounds to get to you guys the last time, and that really wasn't a good plan.
Yeah.
I know, but I don't want them to get too far ahead of us either. So
All right.
Right.
Well,
Well, hang on 2 seconds.
so
Let's burn some more charges.
if I dash,
No,
How
hang on two
fast?
seconds.
How fast is
The
the
A's
goat?
is gone, so I'm going to whip out the wand again, and I am going to summon up. Bear with just 2 seconds. Got a couple of options.
How wide's the corridor here?
The main trunk is is one of those large thoroughfares, so it's about 20 feet wide, 20 feet high.
Okay.
Okay, so the
Just trying to
broom
think.
says that it can carry up to 400 pounds.
Yeah,
Including
but
your weight.
including your weight. But if you go over 200, the speed on it is reduced
Yes.
Right.
to 30 feet.
And right now,
instead of
Shrag
50.
has the boar he can ride. You
Yeah.
each have your brooms.
And
Wondering
what's the speed of the broom?
50 feet.
50.
Then if I
So-
dash, I can keep up. As long
Well,
as
no, but if I'm going to be dashing on the broom, which will get me 100 feet. Movement plus the dash is 100 feet.
I think
I won't be
Shraggy
that
might have
far behind.
a solution.
Okay.
Right. Okay. This is probably slightly overkill. 'Cause I was going to get some spiders and stuff out, but they're only 40-foot speed.
But it's the wand. Never mind.
Yeah. So I can either do a giant wolf spider, which I could summon 8 of them for an hour, but they've got a movement speed of 40 and a climb of 40, or I could swap out, and the only thing faster than that really is a warhorse. I have summoned 4 of those, and we could move at 60 foot around.
Cool.
They're not very
Dashing would give
sturdy.
us 120.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the one down. I'm gonna summon 4 warhorses. Never mind the brooms for the moment, because we might get lower cabins and stuff.
Mhm.
I'm gonna use the wand. I'm gonna summon 4 warhorses, and we'll get on those and start riding. And Larry can run with us.
That's cool.
Yep.
Actually, what is his speed? Larry's 40. Yeah, he can try and drag along behind. He'll be dragging behind, slowly dropping back further and further, but he'll try and keep up.
Yep.
We'll get on warhorses and go.
Okay.
Good call.
Okay.
And
Or more
every once
horses.
in a while, if after we lose track of Larry, I'll just drop a little bit of food to help him follow us.
Okay.
I have plenty of rations.
All right. So you guys mount your war horses and start to kind of charge down the northern tunnel. You soon come to an intersection of 5 different tunnels.
Is that this one here?
Yep. You come up one, and there are 4 other paths. 1 east, 1 west, 1 northeast, 1 northwest.
Okay, so without wishing
Can
to
we-
be a little bit metry here, Steve, because of where we blocked those corridors off before on the left-hand side and where we went out and investigated, do we know that at least that west one goes to that dead end?
Roll a
Is that-
quick survival check.
Also, and I had rolled to track
5.
them, and I
Yeah.
still got the
19.
that dice
Okay.
roll up.
Yeah, I rolled a 5. Forget that idea. Moving to a field.
Okay, you're not sure.
19
Best
for
guess.
Narian.
Okay, so you were doing the survival as well to orient yourself.
Yeah, because we all basically looked through and did that search in that area. So
Okay,
I figured
yeah.
our Narian would know.
The western path goes all the way to the dead end.
Yep.
Obsidian,
Okay.
what were you were trying to track them?
I was trying to track them, and you had said go ahead and roll. So I rolled one, and it rolled way off the table. And so I re-rolled another one, and when I picked them both up, they were both nat 20s. So
Okay, so coming up to the intersection,
Love it.
looking at the size of the walls and whatever, there's not really anything on the ground as far as tracks, but every so often there's little splits of the webbing.
Okay.
Some of the webbing looks fresher than other bits,
okay,
so it leads you to go down the path to the east.
okay. I go this way, and
Okay.
take the horse east.
All right.
I'll
You then
follow.
come up to an entrance to another chamber.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll your survival to track again.
12 plus 5 is a 17.
All right. You see
got
some
19.
signs of the webbing that leads into that chamber.
Okay, so I want to kind of peek in before we just charge in to see if I can see anything. And I hold my hand up to stop everybody.
Yeah.
Do I see anything?
Go ahead and roll a perception.
+8. 10 + 8, 18.
So you see the path, it kind of goes down, you see where it kind of branches off in a couple of directions, but you're not where your vision ends, you're not seeing it.
Do I have any idea of how high this cavern is?
This one kind of shrinks down into that 10 foot by 10 foot space.
Okay, so it's not very high. So getting on my broom won't give me any advantages.
No, it's the side tunnels that you see, not the big thoroughfare.
Okay, so I'm gonna very, very slowly bring the horse in.
Okay. So it gets a little tight as you go in. It's still kind of dark down the path.
Okay. So
Dungeons.
Crossing space in the map to change. Okay.
So
So, is it north that we were heading, or when we were coming in?
You were coming in. You were starting to head south.
right.
I mean, that's what I meant, but straight ahead of us
Yeah,
is where
straight
okay.
ahead. So as you're coming in, you see there's you see kind of this little four-way intersection path leading around, and then another one that kind of dead ends not too far from where you come in, and then you see a path continue to go down. You have the different lichens and mushrooms and stuff like that.
Okay. All right, so that's 60 feet, huh? 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm going to move half movement and stop.
You need to back up. Your first movement
Yep.
brings you right to that intersection.
Okay.
That's what. So it correlates with the map. That intersection is your movement. So
What's-
everybody else is still outside. So as you stand in that intersection looking around, you can then choose to relay back to everybody.
I'm misplaced somewhere here on the map. The one that I was looking at, if we went into the south end, it was like a cavern type of a thing on the big map.
Yeah, that's
Which direction is that on the new map?
the straight up
Yeah, so
Okay.
basically,
coming
this
in.
way.
So the one that where we are right now is the main corridor. And okay, got it. Now I'm oriented. Thank you.
Yeah. So Obsidian was the first one to go in. So as soon as he goes in, and it kind of shrinks down to that 10 foot, which
Got it.
he comes to an intersection where a path kind of leads to the left, to the right, and then straight ahead, continuing in that southern direction. And that's where his movement stopped because he was ahead of everybody. So if the rest of you are following up to his point, you would all be in that four-way intersection right there.
we're going to say we've left the horses at the entrance to the cavern and we've all gone stealth.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about stealth, but I definitely don't think we need to be on the horses at this point.
Yeah, I'll dismount. Is there a way to find a rock or something to tie them to so they don't wander off?
Well, they're fey creatures, so we could probably just tell them to wait.
Yeah, we'll just get them to hang fire.
Stay. Sit. Good boy.
Ugh.
The horse barks.
Okay.
Should we try to stealth in, or should we try to be fast?
The people we're charged with are in trouble. I'm not stealthing.
That's what I was going to say. I think based on the fact that we're supposed to be protecting the gnomes, we need to move quickly.
Okay. I agree.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Flank or go straight on.
Okay, Obsidian. As
Yeah,
you get to
try to
that, as you get to that point, what's your passive perception?
Passive is 18.
All right, Anara, your passive's in the 20s, right?
Correct.
So is mine.
All right, as
23
you,
if you want the exact.
Wow.
So as you start to progress down this, you all get the feeling that you start to get a feeling, and Obsidian, as you get closer, you see what looks to be a creature that looks like it's a stalactite with arms, and it's currently engaged with this sludge looking creature And as you come up to this next intersection, you're seeing them going at it. It's reaching out its tentacles to try and grab the sludge. And as it hits it, things kind of sizzle and the arms come back and the sludge lunges out and strikes at it. You're watching these two going at it as you get closer.
Do I see the gnomes anywhere around here?
No, you're not seeing any indication that they're there.
Do I see because we were seeing the fabrics, because that's what we were following. Do I see the fabric?
Yeah,
anywhere
you still
that would
there's
show me where they would go.
The webbing.
The roll a survival on that.
12.
Can I also do a check for that?
Sure.
Survival, right?
Yeah.
21.
Yeah, you see little bits of the webbing as they come up in this, and they start to curve to the path on the left.
Can we follow that path to the left and bypass the two combatants?
If you do it quietly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna revert to stealth mode.
And I'm gonna cast Pass Without Trace to do it.
Thank you.
Cool. That puts me up to a 30 then.
All right. Just notice as you're looking at the map, those little triangles on like the mushrooms, that signifies difficult terrain.
Cool. Thank you.
The triangles on the mushrooms.
It like sort of the pale triangles in the top corner of the square.
You see those, that means it's difficult terrain, so it's half movement to get through the square.
Okay. I'm gonna have a 35 for stealth.
Okay.
27.
10, 10, 29. 29.
Draggy?
30.
And is the boar still with you?
We'll leave the boar with the horses.
Okay. And you tell me again, Shrag, what'd you get?
30.
13? 30?
30. 30.
Okay.
30 30.
Dirty 30.
You sounded American.
Well, I've been spending no time with you guys now. It's time to rub off it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Alrighty, what's the marching order?
Obsidian, Anarian, Shraggy, Will.
Okay.
I think that's our usual. Or close to.
Normally you're in the back, but
I don't want Shraggy by himself in the back. I want to take up the back.
normally
All right.
Anarian's in
Oh,
the
that's
back.
true. Normally I'm in the rear, but
Oh,
Okay, Anari, go ahead, Obsidian, or go ahead and take your next turn of movement.
5, 10, 15, 20. Well, are we doing 15 half movements because of the stealth, or do you want us to do...
If
Go
you
ahead
want to
and
go
do-
full, you can go full. You got the Pass Without Trace, and you guys have high enough stealth. You could probably move a bit faster.
20, 25, 30.
Right?
And then, so we'll go to 30.
Okay. So you looking down, as you kind of look down that path, you see what looks like a giant sinkhole. The edges, the edges of a giant sinkhole, and a narrow path that seems to wrap around to the right of it.
Okay. So I don't want to say anything because I don't want the creatures to hear us, so I'm just going to keep going. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
All right, go and roll new stealth checks as you make your next turn round of movement.
are we allowed to follow him?
Yeah.
Okay.
That takes me up to 28 this time.
Yeah, and anybody still within 30 feet gets the 10 with Pass Without Trace.
That's what I'm relying on.
out of 39 for Anarian.
Okay.
Wow.
Well,
I'm really glad I have advantage. So 26.
okay. So as you kind of come in and see coming around that you see this giant sinkhole. As you guys look around, you see there are piles of bones around the sinkhole, and a path that kind of leads to the right. Kind of some a thick kind of grouping of mushrooms, and inside the mushrooms there are bits of bone as well.
2 questions.
Answer.
Do the mushrooms look like the shriekers we saw?
No.
Okay, good. How fresh do those bones look?
Old.
Okay.
Third question: do we see our gnomes? And if not, can we still track the
You
webbing?
don't see any signs of the gnomes, but there are still. Go ahead and roll a survival.
19.
12. Good, because I only got a 17.
I was gonna say mine was a 14 this time, so
All right, Shrag, as you come
Bad
up,
die.
seeing with your vision, you see little wisps of the webbing continuing along to the right.
Okay. So it's
And
not
then
as a trap.
also, you guys hear what sounds like water. Like there's a flow of water nearby.
And I
Does it
whisper,
sound like
Shrag, no,
Yeah, with my.
you don't go first.
I'm trying to tuck myself into the corner out of the way behind the mushroom.
yeah.
does the water sound like it's coming from the sinkhole or from ahead of us?
Roll an investigation.
To be fair, with my line of sight, I can see it with my 120 foot
Yep.
that vision. It's straight ahead.
Okay.
Run to the right. I can see water straight ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd see it with dark vision too, I think.
All right. So Obsidian, roll a new set of stealths as you move toward the water.
Nat 20 plus 20, 40.
Oh, that's only a 27. I'm failing behind a bit there.
So, what is this?
That is kind of another block of natural forming rock, like where the stalactite and stalagmite kind of meet.
Okay.
So,
So it's not part of the sinkhole.
No, the sinkhole. It's
Okay.
next to it.
Okay.
So which
So now, you
which
did
way are we
say that
moving?
so you said that the cloth was going to the right, correct?
Yeah,
Mhm.
there's a narrow path that leads around, and then you see and then as you comes around, it kind of has the two going around, kind of a rock structure that blocks your line of sight, and then
30.
but you see the wisps kind of on the little bits, kind of heading in that direction.
Okay. So 30 is to here.
Okay, real quick.
that
So
turn.
you got a 40, Shrag. You got a 27.
Yep.
Anari, what'd you get?
38.
Will, what'd you get?
26.
Okay. All right, so you coming in, you have this kind of wide area of and you see the water, and you hear what sounds like a waterfall to the up further upstream.
Okay. So I want to come an additional then 20 feet to the very edge. I don't want to go into the water yet.
All right.
And I want to take a look around. I'm looking for gnomes, or I'm looking for footprints, or I'm looking for the webbing, the cloth. I'm looking for any sign of them.
All right, so as you come up to the water's edge, go ahead and they pass without trace and everything. So, as you kind of look up, you look downstream to the right, and you see the base of a waterfall, and about 10 feet up, about 10 to 15 feet up the waterfall, it continues on. You see there's a jut out that kind of blocks, but if you move try to look around, you can see that it's traversable to climb up. And roll investigation or survival for the tracking.
13 plus 5 is 18. And
You see more little wisps of the webbing going up, caught on some of the stuff. It's really, and there, as you look through the cavern or whatever, you see little wisps on various points. As whatever came through here did not need to go up the waterfall, but they were able to go up and around the waterfall.
This is the area that looks like we could traverse it, where I'm pinging.
You'd have to. It's like right up in there, so you're kind of going to be kind of half crawling up through the water to climb up.
How deep does this stream look?
Looks to be probably about 5 to 10 feet deep.
How bad is the current taking it?
The current is kind of a meandering. You
Okay.
know, it's flowing, but it's not like a straw, like white water
Okay.
type of flowing.
So 5,
Uh,
10.
just a thought. How
15
tight?
feet.
How high is this?
Huh?
How tall is this?
How tall is what?
This
The
area.
area we're in.
What's the ceiling here?
The ceiling here is about 10 feet. As you kind of see through, you see it kind of is up a little bit. So once you get closer to the once you get closer to the waterfall, it actually extends up to be about 20 feet as you see it kind of slope up and above. So if you were to get to the top of the waterfall, it'd be an additional 10-foot ceiling.
So what I want to do is hop on the broom
Okay.
and basically end up over here, somewhere in this area,
Okie dokie.
by
And
flying on the broom.
All
I
right.
will ferry my two companions across considerably slower when I have Anarian with me.
Well,
I was
I'll
gonna
just
say
once I get there, I'll just send the broom back and bring up another and have someone get on it and fly up.
yeah,
All
that's what I was gonna
I'll
say.
think that.
Well, and I also have rope of climbing if needed.
I'll
So
go
Okay,
join
probably
Shrek
will need that.
Shathan.
All right. So
I got you, Shraggy.
all right. So just to backtrack, so you were carrying both Inari and Shrag on your broom, or did they traverse up on their own?
I think
as
Chad was going to send his broom back to pick another one up, and then two people were traveling on Will's broom in one go.
Okay.
so it'd be Will and Shrag on her broom, and then Obsidian would send his broom back for Narian.
All
Yeah.
right. So perception checks,
From
or
everybody?
not perception, stealth checks as you're doing this.
Oh,
Stealth
still
checks?
Yep.
Okay.
Stealth checks.
still pass without trace, correct?
As long as when you get back within 30 feet of me, you would have it. So
It doesn't
30.
matter. I
Well,
have 28 without, so it'd be 38 with.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same here. 25 without, 35 with.
21
I had a
without
35.
21 without 31 with.
Okay. Yep. That's good. As you kind of flow over, Anari, you get the sense that there's definitely some stuff around. Something's kind of tickling that spider sense. Same thing with Obsidian.
Spider
Quite
sense.
literally.
Well played. Well played.
Something in the water, stuff within the cracks, but you guys have moved through so quietly, nobody's caught notice.
Okay.
Um,
From that sense, any inkling of what it might be?
just some kind of creatures that are there. You've noticed
Lurkies.
that there's a lot of pit holes and little nooks and crannies throughout the rock and whatever. You had a real sense of something from the sinkhole, and then as you kind of come over the waterfall, you kind of look over. You think you see some movement at the base of the waterfall, deep into the water.
Okay.
There's always something behind the waterfall.
I was expecting some kind of giant spider to come out of the hole, thinking like a wolf door trap spider thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So can we get an idea of where the gnomes went? Again, looking for the gnomes, footprints or fabric or
Tools.
Go ahead and roll your investigation.
18 plus 4, 22.
All right. Again, you see little wisps, and as you kind of look about, you see that the path, that this area is a lot more open. There isn't any really obstructions or the stalactites growing. Some bits of bone piles, some fungus, there are some corpses kind of littered about, but they look like they're kind of old and whatnot. Nothing looks fresh, and you see kind of where the rough stone shifts to more of a worked stone, and leading in where there's some large clumps of webbing, and you also hear something kind of mechanical moving about the space.
Ooh.
And as you guys look about, you see this creature that looks like it's a mechanical suit of armor with these long spikes off of its back, and impaled on the spikes are corpses of dark elves, gnomes, Durgar, even maybe like a small little bit of another creature you don't quite recognize, as it's kind of sifting through the bodies. And when it finds one, it seems to grab it, lift it up, and impale it on its back. And that's where we'll end for this week's session. So tune in next week to see what happens.
No.
No.
Wow.
4 more hours, please.
Wow.
That's just not right.
It is. That's absolutely bang on 6 o'clock. That is well played, Scoob. Timing there, impeccable.
I tried.
Unreal.
Well done, sir. Well done. That was.
I got to say, well done to
No,
you
don't
guys
encourage
on
that.
that.
That was awesome, though. I'm just
It was.
terrified. Oh crap! Those things are scary. I've never fought one before.
It's also a case of I hope we're going to interrupt it before it starts impaling our friendly gnomes on its back.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
Did we see any of the friendly gnomes on its back?
No, from looking about, because it's about 40 or some odd feet from you. Shrag can definitely see it and whatnot, but the bodies that are there look like they've been there a little while. And
Oh, this might
no,
not even be it then.
doesn't
Are
look like
we-
there's any fresh kill. There doesn't appear to be any fresh kills there.
Oh.
And did we continue to hear the sound of those two creatures fighting?
Eventually, it kind of dies off,
Okay.
but
But it didn't like suddenly stop like they're following us.
no. And you actually lucked out because there was something hibernating at the base of that pit, and if you had made enough noise, you would have awoken it. So you're passed without trace to kind of skirt around, and there was something in the waterfall.
Another good call on the pass without trace.
Definitely.
Is one of the best spells in the whole darn game. And are we still at the bottom of the waterfall, or did we go up yet?
No, you're
No,
up the
we're already up.
waterfall. You're kind of on the opposite bank. You look over the waterfall. You're looking straight down. You see this spot where there's like an opening, but the way you see it, it looks like there's an arch of worked stone, but you can't really see much further into it. But you do see there's a lot of thick webbing out in this decayed webbing.
Which
kind of
direction?
leading up into there.
Which
Well,
direction is
technically
the thick webbing?
It tends to be that'll be north because we've been heading south. So back to
You
the
went
bottom.
south. You were going south, and then you kind of turned a little west, and now this path is kind of going east.
Oh
If I have
boy.
that right.
No, going north.
So
This would be. Yeah, this
I was
would
gonna
be
say,
back
can you
north.
can you ping where the webbing is, Steve?
Yeah, right about here.
I'm not seeing it.
I don't even see your ping.
I don't either.
Okay, you can see mine.
That's
right,
the
on
monster.
creature?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Oh,
Something.
that's right. I'm on the wrong one. How about now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's where
Thank
the
you.
webbing is. Okay. Cool.
And I had another question, and as soon as I said "and," it disappeared. Oh, the style of the stone carving. Does that look similar to what we saw before, or is this a new style?
It looks worked stone. It could be dwarven in nature.
Okay. So kind of hard to tell.
Yeah. Well, given everything else around here, it's that kind of same kind of aesthetic. It's just old and
Yeah.
covered in webbing.
Jackson.
So, great game, great session, great combat, all those fun
Yes.
things.
Except you took our
Yeah.
gnomes away. How rude.
I know. I'm worried
That's-
for our little friends.
Yeah, I'm starting to think maybe I should have let you guys handle the battle because it didn't seem like I did very much, and I should have stayed and protected the gnomes.
Well, so we sent the
But
goats
you
to do it,
don't
and
split the
goats went-
party, so it is
Don't
what it
split the party.
is. What were you gonna say, John?
No, I'm saying with the goats got nobbled as well. So it's yeah, it might have been good for you if you had stayed.
Yeah, you might be gone with them, and then the party would be really split.
Yeah.
Oh man, great
Wow, what
session,
cliffhanger.
Steve. Great
So again,
session.
this creature might not. If these are older corpses, this might not even be. Or even after any of this is an interruption we're going to have to take down quickly and get through it quickly to catch up with whatever's
Yeah.
gone beyond. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm thinking if we're seeing bits of web, it's a big spider. It's got the gnomes. It's webbed them up, and it's basically like packed them on its back or something. And the webbing we're seeing is where it's been climbing on the ceiling and leaving it scraped off them as they've been maybe moving, or it's on its back as it's been climbing through, which means it's probably going to be big, or as you say, lots of them. But I would have thought with what we've passed, it's probably one big thing's got past these because I don't know, it's just so scary.
Yeah.
Eerie.
I was totally creeped out. Also, that battle that we encountered between, what was it, a roper and a black pudding?
Yep.
Yeah. That would be a sight to see.
Yeah. If we weren't in a hurry, that would have been fun
Yeah,
to
that
watch.
would have been interesting.
Yeah,
Actually,
that
haven't we fought a roper before?
Yeah, the
Yes.
shadow ropers.
Shadow
Yeah.
roper.
Did that creature we passed look similar to a roper?
Yeah, it was a roper,
Cool.
and it was a black pudding.
Yeah,
So
that would
for
have
your
been fun to
player
watch.
knowledge, that's what those were. Obviously, character knowledge would be different, but
Well, I was going to say the characters would have known the roper because we encountered the other ones, I suspect, but I don't think we've run across a black pudding yet.
no.
Not necessarily with bacon and sausage.
So yeah, there was that, and there are several other, for player knowledge, there are several other black puddings all in little crevices. But your stealth was so high, you didn't come around any of them.
Glad we missed those.
Oh, thanks for the raid, Shadow Mains. Welcome everybody. We were
Hey,
just
hello, hello.
wrapping up.
See-
I'm sorry, but hey,
see-
glad you all are here.
No, that means we need to play another hour. That's where they get
Yeah,
value
then
for
they
their
can get some
You-
value for their raid.
I
I
don't
like-
know.
I
The
like your
missus might
thinking,
get a little
Shad.
upset. Mrs. Shragnaz might get a little upset if he misses dinner.
Yeah, it's probably scarier than whatever we're chasing. I
But
too man the
yeah,
web.
so yeah, there were several other black puddings in this space, but you stealth past them. The creature in the pit, you stealth past it, still hibernating from its last meal.
Of course, if we get into a battle so near it, we might just wake it up.
Stop
Probably.
giving him ideas.
Oh, yeah,
But
because
it's way far back. It's way far back.
Well, for your planning, Shrag, because you've got the stupidly superior vision, you notice that the way this mechanical creature is oriented, its back is to you, and there is another tunnel that's in front of it. So take that as
I was gonna say-
take that as you will.
And that tunnel entrance is, I think, still within my 60 feet of dark vision too, so I might be able
So
to
yeah,
see
you'd
as well.
you'd see it, but Shrag can see that it kind of dips and then takes a dog leg, and then he loses sight.
Got it.
This is this. We only have one episode, and then we have 2 weeks off. This is just not right. It's not fair.
it's going to be an epic finale battle.
Yep.
You know, hopefully it'll be worth it for next week. I mean, you're already set
Totally.
up for some interesting things.
And
Definitely.
Kent Matari has a question for you.
Oh yes, what is it? Is that
That's
your new green screen? Yeah, actually, a friend of mine had an extra one lying around. Well, and Shadow Mains, if you're sticking around, you probably know this one. It's the Elgato portable green screen. A buddy of mine had one of those lying around, so he brought it over to me to set up. So, been useful for this experiment.
It looks really good on the stream.
I'm seeing looks like there's a bit of shadow right here where the sun might be causing it to dissipate. Try to talk me to 3 more hours.
Well, he said in his sub he was like 3 more hours of a session. I'm just responding that we did try.
Yeah.
Yep.
We tried. We did.
Shadow, you missed earlier. I said the next session should be 12 to cover all of that, but no one liked that idea.
Hey,
it
not
might
not
run
no one.
long
I think the
because I'm sorry.
DM was the
The
only
players
one who
liked
didn't
it.
like the idea. The players liked it. It was the DM that had issue.
Well, I mean, we'll see. You guys are already set up for a great starting point to what you're going to do
Yep.
and kind of
Yeah,
go
do we
from
come-
there.
Gonna be
Do we
fun.
continue the stealth? Can we keep on stealthing? Are we going to have to go tactical?
I think, yeah.
Well, right now you have Pass Without
I
Trace on. You just got done with that big battle with the Hooked Horrors and the Intellect Devourers. There's something up this path with all the webbing, and there's this creature in front of you that none of you have seen before.
I'm intrigued.
I think that if we go tactical, I think Shrag's our tactical nuke with his fireballs.
Oh, I'm running a bit short on those now. I've only got player knowledge wise. I've only got 1 level 3 left at the moment. I've used 2 level 3s and a level 4,
Okay.
so I need a
Boy.
short rest to get at least my level 4 back.
Yeah, I don't think we have a short rest time,
No,
unfortunately.
that's it. It's got a fair few.
If you
first and
opt to
second.
take a short rest, you'll lose Pass Without Trace.
Yeah,
Yep.
we've got to
Well,
do
and not only that, but who knows what's going to happen with our Nomies too.
yeah, we've got to keep
Yeah.
moving.
Yeah, we got to keep moving.
So we'll tune in next week, 10 a.m. Saturday morning, to find out what happens in our epic end of year climax. That should be quite interesting, and we'll see how it goes. Stay tuned. Join us tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, for Challenge Accepted. It is 2 episodes left of that season. So they are currently in the carriage house. When we left off with them, they had just come across a werewolf that had just transformed in their face. So they're going to have to deal with that and then sneak into a party to try and find the murderer. They have been
Hopefully they brought their
tracking this
pinky
entire
toes.
season.
Oh boy.
So
Oh boy.
is it a
Fun
reaver?
games.
Is
Huh?
what a reaver? The creature that
The creature,
that this group
yeah.
has just laid eyes on?
I think that's what he's referring to. Yeah.
No, it is not.
No, but we will be scouring all the books this week to find out what we're doing.
What we're looking at.
Oh no. I
We're gonna
can
have to
picture
do
it.
it.
I've
Because we're all
seen,
good.
I've seen the monster. I know the picture you're talking about, but I don't remember anything about the stats.
It is a creature out of Mordekainen's book, and it is called a corpse collector.
Corpse collector.
Oh,
That's what it
So-
says in the tin.
And that's what I was going to say. This would be something we might have researched in our library at the Shadow or at the Twilight Mansion.
There is a chance, yes, you would have researched it, so you
We
could
will
roll
certainly try.
your knowledge checks to try and understand that, or Arcana, because from what you can see, and Will definitely is going to catch this because it's mechanical, and she's got the mechanical, so most of that stuff's Arcana related versus nature related. So get to see all that fun stuff when we check that out. So it'll be
Yeah.
the first time I've pulled out a corpse collector to play with. See what you guys do.
they're gnarly. We
Yeah.
encountered one in my home campaign, but we talked our way out of fighting it.
We
I'm
can
scared.
certainly try.
I don't want to get impaled. I don't want that.
Or some of the other interesting bits it has. But yeah, book horrors, intellect devours.
Really interesting monsters you've thrown at us today. I like it.
I had 2 more surprised, but you guys didn't wake them up.
Yes, this is a good thing.
Just means you get to use them in a future battle.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you because you passed them, and then we'll see how it is. One of them's a bière.
Oh,
Oh, that's one of those hack
Multi-legged
type
dragon
creatures,
things?
isn't it?
Behir.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, it's a bit here. It's like dragony kind of multi-legged thing, I think, if I remember rightly, from what it used to be.
Yeah, it's got like 6 legs, right?
Narrow, kind of eel-like.
mm.
And
that what
the,
was in the
the other
hole?
one is a roctopus.
Mm,
Is that what's under the waterfall?
Yep.
I wonder if Tinkerbell wants that construct.
That's what
I'm sure she
thinking.
wants some of
Can
it.
can we collect it without completely destroying it? I wonder.
You can
That is
certainly
up
try.
to y'all.
Hmm.
But
Not
with
if-
that,
not
let
if
me get the
shrimp
let's
unleashes
wrap
the
this
fireball.
up. You guys,
yeah.
thank you for hanging out with me for another session. Thank
thank
you
you,
everyone in the
Scoob.
chat for hanging out with us. Thanks for all those bits, those follows, the
Yes.
raid, subs, all that stuff. It's great. It takes resources to do this, and every bit of support is helpful to keep doing this and to keep getting better at it. there's nothing. I don't think I have anything else. Oh yeah, thank you to Sirenscape, thank you to Streambeats, and a thank you to D&D Beyond for all of those cool tools to help make this kind of fun. And we will see you all on our next stream, which will be tonight, 8 p.m. for Challenge Accepted. And then tomorrow morning, I should be painting up a miniature. I haven't decided which one. I may just reach into the bag and pull one out for your funsies. So thank you, everybody. And we will see you on our next stream. Have a good afternoon.
Take care, also.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.